victim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one, the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I am your host for the evening, your host for honestly every evening here on Rumboyz After Dark. Your boy, Rumboyz Robbie, aka the Admiral. And today we are joined by, of course, our loyal, trustworthy panel. But we do have a special guest today, taking Justin from Clock Manager Fantasy Football spot, representing Blitz with Blake podcast. Blake!
How's it going?
What's good, brother? How have you been, man?
Oh, trying to just keep grinding, keep putting out some good content. Appreciate you having me on. Can't thank you enough, man.
Yeah, bro. I know it was short notice. You and I I featured on your podcast not long ago, so it's only right how we do around here. We bring people on and we show them love back. Let people know where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, right. So you guys can find me on Facebook just by searching Blitz with Blake. You can find me on Twitter by searching @BlitzedWit because Twitter wouldn't let me put the H because it was too long. So it's got to be WIT Blake. And then Instagram, you can find me just by searching Blitz with Blake. And same thing on TikTok. I had to get a TikTok, man. It's
got it.
A good marketing tool.
Exactly. It's such a good marketing tool. No, I agree. And hey, I appreciate you for joining me, especially on short notice. So thank you, brother. Over on the other side of Blake, over to Blake's right, left, I guess we could say my left, you guys is right, however the fuck it is. Representing the Rumboyz Combat Division, Jake the Great. What's good, bro?
Nothing much. Obviously, UFC news is coming out, and I'm going to have an article on why we're probably going to see Khabib versus Conor again before we see Khabib Tony, if ever.
Oh, that sounds like more fire. I cannot wait to see that, especially because if out of anyone, has an inside scoop on that specific topic. So look forward to that. Make sure you guys head to rumboyz.com and check out all the hottest articles. Speaking of articles and speaking of writers, Mini Todd McShay is here, a.k.a. Uncle Jordan Love, being that his mom's in labor now. Congratulations, newly big brother.
You called him Uncle first, though.
Yeah. What's up, Unc? Old ass man.
For real.
Benjamin Button himself.
In the flesh, motherfucker.
What's good, guys? Last week we were covering the draft, so no Rumboyz After Dark. This week we here, and let's get it going.
Yeah. You and the team killed it on those draft grades. We're gonna be talking about that throughout the show. But shout out to you and Miles for holding it down. Way to lead. I'm big on leadership, and you two took it the fuck over. I didn't have to do a single thing. It was great. Over to Jordan Love's, in the middle on the bottom panel, representing the GMM network. His show is so goddamn lit. This man is so goddamn lit himself. He's dressed as a swashbuckling ninja today. Bogart Scott-Free.
Hey, fellas, it's such a wonderful time to be alive. I got, everybody go to rumboyz.com. I just got my joint. It just touched down. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I ordered the official sword. You know what I'm saying? It's not available. It's actually a 101. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on.
Sword made out of cardboard?
No, it's made out of a petrified wood.
Oh my gosh.
It's really, you know what? Fuck it. It's made out of cardboard. You're right. You got me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's good to be here, man. It feels like Christmas and goddamn, whatever. I don't even know the date, bro. Christmas and
May
quarantine.
1st. Christmas and quarantine.
Oh,
May-
it's the first of the month. Shout out
There you
to Bone Thugs, give me money. You know what I'm saying?
They just did an Instagram battle, actually, them and 3-6 Mafia. I didn't check it out. I missed it because I've been neck deep in Rumboyz work. But yeah, man, pretty dope. Over to, speaking of writers, we talked about writers earlier. We got to introduce another writer. Oh! Miles, fantasy football peacock. What is good, bro?
Hey, what is up, Robbie? Feels like a long time no talk, but we actually hung out on Saturday or Sunday doing the draft a little bit. So
Saturday.
it was Saturday. I don't remember what day it was. Honestly, it was already.
It was
already?
You feel me? You feel me?
Ready?
I
It
know
was
we were,
Sunday.
yeah, we were on.
I also forgot to mention my girl got me new underwear. It really is Christmas in May.
God damn it.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's the last time I spoke with you guys. Bogart was on, and then I was actually on Bogart's show on Wednesday night. So he's gonna get that out. I think in the
Dropping
next,
tonight.
yeah, it's like
Yep.
99% done, right, with the editing.
Yep.
So we should be good to roll. That'll be fun.
With the upload, actually.
Oh,
It's
okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's ready. It's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Straight
It's
shots.
ready.
So, yeah, I know. Rob was on his show not too long, probably the guest before that. So he's just interviewing everybody nowadays. Anybody who's anybody in the fantasy industry.
Not just anybody. Not just anybody. The who's who.
Yeah, anybody
who's
who's anybody. Yeah, so good to be on here. I was out house hunting earlier, so just kind of snuck home and got in, and I'll see how long I can hang out. But I'm ready to talk sports with y'all.
Yo, you're looking for a new house. Jordan
I
Love
am.
out here, having little brothers and shit. I'm proud of you guys.
I know. I got new underwear too. It's fucking
Yeah,
phenomenal.
you got new underwear. Blake, get ready because Bogart will probably eventually offer you to come on his show and talk. It's a pretty lit show. Let's dive right into this show tonight. The show that you're here for. We all know what you're here for. That's sports news. That's sports goodness with that comedy tape. We work this in a state draft order. Blake, you're going to start off the first topic. Dana White announces UFC 249, a.k.a. Fight Island, a.k.a. Real Life Mortal Kombat, a.k.a. Quarantine Combat, as the first televised sport to return May 9th. The card is massive. Ferguson versus Gaethje is going to be a go on that card. How are we feeling about this event, gents? Well, first, before we go to Blake, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and girls. What it do, dilly dilly. I almost forgot.
Dilly dilly. I got the kids cup this time.
Yeah, we gotta bless the show. And Blake, go ahead and take this away for us. What's your take, brother?
Yeah, so my biggest takeaway from it being the first sport coming back is going to be this, and it's something that I brought up on my show as well, is being that with nothing going on in the sports world, this is going to open up a whole new avenue for sports fans, right? Because as sports fans, what gravitates us towards athletics is that competition. It's that natural level of competition, in my opinion, and it's that edge. And if you bring that edge into something that is referred to as, I know the two pro fighters I worked with this week on my show, they both referred to it as a gladiator sport, right? You're going into a ring and you're squaring up.
Time, yeah.
And that's what it is. And when you bring that level of high stakes and that level of competition into something, and people are craving competition at this point in time with no other sports going on, I think it's going to open up a whole new avenue for fans, in my opinion. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing to see is how much it'll grow once it comes back.
Because if there's any window of opportunity in terms of the marketing, and Dana White being a marketing man, as we all know, it's definitely a time period where there is no competition. So I definitely got to agree with that take. Jake, take it away.
Yeah, my pick on it is on our Rumcast a couple days ago, so you can look at that.
Did you just come up with the goddamn new name? Hang on, Jake. A Rumcast?
Should call it that, man.
I like that.
Look at you coming in with the marketing. We no longer broadcast. We no longer live stream. These are Rumcasts, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, continue, sir. Great job.
There we go.
Hey, raise in a
But
promotion.
yeah, this is big for the UFC because their fan base has always been people who cannot see the fights because they can't get sanctioned. And now you have a location where it's like they're the only ones doing this right now. So it's like, oh, wait, the UFC couldn't even get booked, and now they're the only sport actually having events within a good 15-year period, which is really shocking. You can't have an event in New York up until 2015, and now you're the only sport running in the country, which is a big turnaround.
phenomenal.
Needless to say.
Okay. Jordan Love,
Yeah,
how you feeling, man?
I'm going to completely agree. I mean, a big thing with fighting in general is people not wanting to sit down for 4, 5, 6 hours to sit down and watch a whole card. Now we're all locked at home. We don't really have anything to do. There's nothing better for us to do. There's no other sports to watch. There's no competition, which is huge. I think a lot of people are going to be intrigued, and honestly, with two big names such as Gaethje and Ferguson, we're going to see a lot of people tuning into this fight.
Did you just say that people for 4 hours would not want to see fucking
A
motherfuckers
lot of
knock
people
each other
don't.
out?
No, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't want to sit down for 4
Bro,
or 5 hours.
he's
and
been
watch-
around for
watch
hundreds
something.
of years. He knows consensus.
Benjamin Button in the flesh. Bogart,
No, I
aka
hate
Kid
this
Quarantine. What you
Okay.
got?
Cards are kind
All
of
right, come on. Let's make some noise. We got some sports. Come on. Hey! Hey! Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, man. I couldn't be more happy for Jake and to see Jake's articles. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. All right. Spoiler alert. I made the phone call. You know what I mean? I made the phone call. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't push the button. You know what I mean? And now we got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, yeah, you're right, man. Everybody's right on this. I mean, it's going to be great to have some sports back on TV. You're going to have a lot of people tuning in, regardless of what it is. A lot of new fans showing up to witness that, and then everybody else just being excited to have something back. I know I miss UFC. We would talk about it, every Friday night, about the upcoming cards and stuff like that. So it's great to get back to that, and this will be the first thing to kind of pioneer the rest of the other sports that'll hopefully slowly follow if everything works out well.
Miles, you look like a goddamn UFC fighter.
He does. and you know what's dope about the Peacock name? He could be anything. Like, that sounds like a fighter's name even. You know what I mean? The Peacock! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can hear Bruce Buffer.
The Rumboyz 30 for 30 is coming, guys. The Miles Peacock story. I wanna add this to it. For all of you that are itching for some sports, are itching for some competition. Yes, the prelims are absolutely positively going to be free with this event. Look, I know that we live in the internet day and age. You can stream shit. We also need to, at the same time, jumpstart the economy. You guys are able to support our small business, support their big business, buy the damn pay-per-view. Kevo, what is good? Kevo up in the chat as we just begin the show. Dilly.
Shout out to Kevo.
Triple M. I see Triple M.
Shout out to
yeah,
Triple M.
I mean, buy that pay-per-view, guys. I mean, if you're not able to, like, I understand. Like, if you're younger and your parents are like, we ain't paying for that shit, not right now. Like, we still gotta save for toilet paper. I get it. But I mean, if that's not the case, and
Bro,
if you're
I will not wipe my ass if I had to choose, bro. If I had to choose, that's why I got all those new underwears. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
They're like one-time use disposables.
I love what you bring to the show, Bogart. It is truly something special.
You definitely told me not to interrupt anyone. I think I'm like 5 for 5 right now. I'm like, my bad, dude.
No, dude, it is everything and anything that we need right now in these quarantine times. Shout out to the homie out there in New York, Kevo, man. I appreciate you pulling up. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into the next topic. This actually stays in Jake's department, but Miles, you're kicking this one off. So a couple of episodes ago, we did talk about there being a rematch. Almost actually immediately right after Wilder got his shit pushed in by Tyson Fury. Okay. We were like, oh, Wilder wants a rematch. He's like, man, my costume, da-da-da-da-da-da. All this little girl shit, So
He
now,
has blood taken too, literally, by Tyson Fury.
Damn.
yeah, literally, like Tyson Fury licked this man's blood off of his face. Just, you know how dominant of a species you gotta be to literally taste another man's blood, like,
Dang.
just crazy. Anyways, well, I'm sorry, but what I was trying to say is, Wilder versus Fury might be postponed in favor for a Wilder versus Joshua. How are you fellas feeling in the way that these fights should be organized? Should we just honestly move on past Wilder Fury and accept Fury Joshua?
Yeah, that's where I'm at with this right now. I mean, I don't think there's much that Wilder can do right now in a short amount of time to try to make up for that ass whooping. He looks like he looked like the inferior athlete the last time these two met inside the ring. So I feel like I don't know unless he amps up his conditioning or he just becomes a better boxer straight up. But I think that we can move past this and get another fight in, and then if something crazy happens or whatever, we can come back to this one. Or if Fury just continues to dominate, maybe just move past it completely. But I don't think that we need to see another one. What do you think, Bogart?
I'd say I'd make him walk the plank. 1, right? 2, I think it's kind of I know I was probably still in the nutsack for sure when this fight happened. But remember when Muhammad Ali, when he lost to who did he lose to? And then the next guy beat him, and then Muhammad Ali never got the rematch. You know what I mean? Anyways, my boxing history is bad. Jake, you remember that? Muhammad Ali, he lost to
Frazier.
There you go. And then Frazier lost
somebody and beat them worse than Frazier beat them, and then he beat
Yes.
Frazier again. And he
Okay, yeah. So I feel
won
like
the
this.
boxing match, but he lost the first fight.
Thank you, Jake. That's why you're Rumboyz combat beat. Yeah, but so I kind of feel like it's reminiscent of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they want to build the Wilder up more, and I feel like they're throwing. And don't sleep on Joshua, but at the same time, maybe I'm on the hype train for Tyson right now, but he's bringing that fury. He's drinking cups of blood. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like he'll run through Joshua.
On some Triple H shit.
Some true.
Drinking blood.
The Brood or what?
Yeah.
Gangrel, like
The Brood.
Yeah.
Oh, he said Gangrel.
Chris Jericho, was it Jericho that was doing that?
I mean, they were all blading.
Edge. It was Edge and
Edge and Christian.
Christian,
The crazy
yeah.
Canadians, man. Yeah, and like, you know what I mean? So he might.
Wrestler of all time, by the way.
Who? Edge?
Edge.
I like Edge. He has hell of a jaw. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's for another conversation. I think he'll whoop Joshua's ass, and then the buildup will be even that more greater. But also the fact that like we might not even have fights, and it's hard enough to get fights right now. Where I think they just they don't want to see that. People might not pay to see Wilder get his ass kicked again, or at least they'll assume that because of recency bias. Boom, give me Joshua Tyson.
Okay. Oh shit! Don't know hype, y'all.
No, so they
Network from QC 499.
shout out.
He said, "Brother Robbie, it's my b-day. I'm gonna cheers up for y'all. Keep it
Happy
real.
birthday, bro.
Everybody, salud. Let's go.
Salud, man. Happy birthday. Let me get my beer chaser. You know what I'm saying?
Leezy went out right on time, bro.
Hey, I love, hey, man. Thank you for celebrating your birthday with the Rumboyz After Dark, man.
Oh, hell yeah, yo. Big up to QC. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, QC. What it do? Happy birthday, my dude. Dilly,
Happy birthday. Hey.
Ain't no better place to be.
Universe, give QC money.
Speaking of give me one, E. Right before we go to, I believe it's J Love's take. Right before we go to J Love's take, I do want to let everyone know. I want to shout out to, first off, this show is brought to you by the Jimmo the Icon podcast. Make sure you guys go check out Jimmo the Icon, JimmoTheIcon.com. He is a part of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Fucking love that guy.
Fucking
Shout out
love
to
bro.
Jimmo.
I found out he was a Sagittarius, bro, and it just made complete sense to me.
I have, in the short time that Jimmo and I have known each other, I have stories for fucking days. I truly believe that Jimmo works like in the underworld, an underworld that we can never comprehend.
You're goddamn right he does. Bro, he sent me a video from 2001 of him rocking, bro, Young Icon.
Oh, on stage.
On stage.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, bro, like I love it, man.
I listen to his little DJ sets that he does, like when I'm at
For
work.
real?
Yeah.
You ain't lying. I'll be cleaning the house. I got the Icon blasting.
Shout out to
the Icon, B.
Shout out to Jimmo. Hey, J-Lo,
I
go
told
ahead
him-
and see what you say.
Oh, can I say one more thing about Jimmo? I told him he's an onion because it's like
He got the layers.
yeah,
I heard that.
Yeah, and I just start to cry even. Like when you peel the layers back, you just get to crying. You know what I mean? Like fucking love that guy, dude. Come on, I'm sorry, J Love. That's 6 for 6. I'm 6 for 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with everybody else on this one. I don't think anybody's gonna disagree. Joshua versus Fury is just gonna be a lot more entertaining. It's something new. It's something fresh. and even continuing during a stretch where there's no competition. Something new, something interesting is going to draw in a lot more people when there's nothing else to watch. So, Joshua versus Fury is my go.
I dig it. Oh, I'm already ready for this tape. Eat,
All right.
Jake.
So yeah, that's what should happen, and it almost did happen. The issue came around with WBC, which represents Wilder, does not want to miss it on a payday for the rematch. So they get the rematch with Top Rank, and the Zone, which is on a pay-per-view network, and Eddie Hearn's side of things has Joshua. So basically, you have to convince WBC to say, fine, pay us up front for the fight we're going to miss. Pay us our $40 million that we need for you to have your fight first. Because we need to get our money because it's in our contract. We can demand this rematch and probably will. And if not, you're not going to get your fight. If you pay us, fine, we'll take the fight after. We'll get a rematch. But you have to pay us because the WBC cannot allow Wilder to not take that fight because they need that paycheck. So it's going to come down to, can Top Rank pay WBC that $40-50 million for him not to take the rematch right away and wait until after the Joshua Fury fight?
And I mean, you know me and how much intrigued with the business side of things I am. I don't think that Top Rank, personally, Jake, if you don't mind me intervening, has that bank account. I don't think they got the bank account to be able to you know what I mean? Be able to facilitate that deal. So I do think that it kind of does leave it to where the WBC is going to take over and they're going to be like, hey, we're going to make this an international event because these are two international guys. Fury, Joshua, payday, Euros, splash.
They're going to have some sort of knowledge of we're going to make that money back and more. And then
exactly.
Have that fight.
Blake?
I mean, yeah, honestly, any guy that blames the fact he lost the fight due to what he was wearing going in the ring, sorry, bud. Shit can the idea. Call it a day. You lost. You're not going to win probably anyway. Fucking hang it up. We'll move on. We'll find a new fight, in my opinion.
Solid.
No, that's all. He was like, yo, I'm just getting straight to the point with it.
I have all the fans really want to happen, but we know boxing politics and WBC specifically like, nope, our paychecks are important.
My thing is when Wilder when we first originally began reporting on the aftermath of this fight, of this event, it was they're trying to satisfy this Wilder Fury rematch way too soon. And this is Wilder, honestly, in the words of what was his name from The Last Dance, when in reference to the Pistons, they're like a bunch of bitches.
Oh yeah. Who said
Wilder
that?
and his camp. I'm trying to remember homie's name.
I know, right?
Was it Horace Grant?
No, was it Jordan? I think it was Jordan.
No,
actually.
it wasn't Jordan. It wasn't Jordan.
I was just watching it last night.
I was faded when I was watching that shit.
Yeah, me too, dude. That's what I can't remember.
I'm like, I can't even lie.
Who was it?
You know, I was conditioning for the After Dark, so you know what I mean. I was like,
yeah, you guys stay conditioned for this show. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yo, speaking of being conditioned, shout out to Blitz with Blake and his show, man, with the Bush fucking all up in the background. He's like, yo, my show is named Blitz with Blake. We're all the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Let me show you what getting Blitz is.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. Speaking of which, we actually turned over the very next tape to Blake. And Blake, I see one of your representatives from your team over in the chat. Hot take cold turkey, right?
Yeah.
Big up.
Yeah, there's some new guys that I just added recently, so I kind of wanted to branch out, get a new show on. I had a couple guys reach out to me. They wanted help.
I like it. Look at the puns. Look at his puns. He wants to branch out with the bushes and everything. I love it.
I was like, yeah, let's get it, fellas. I'll help you out. You affiliate with me, and we'll see what happens. Kind of what happens, where we go. They're good dudes. They're funny. They had some interesting takes, a lot of crazy shit they said on my show last night. So we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, you know, and I just want to shout that out really quick, man. I mean, you know, and cheers to you for doing that. You messaged me earlier today, man, and this is how you guys do it, man. Anyone that wants to get into this industry and you think that you're going to get into this industry purely by you doing it yourself, and you're thinking that you're not going to have to hire people, you're not going to have to create a team, you're sadly fucking mistaken.
Yeah,
Just wanna
guess
go ahead and put that out there.
again. Guess again.
You need a fucking team. Look at the team that I built, Blake. You know, I know that you're starting to get your thing, moving, and you're starting to get your thing proven. Look at what this man is doing. It's never too early to start bringing people on, to start showing people love, start hiring folks, and really start moving. As long as you got a dream, you got a vision, then shit's gonna move for you. Let's go ahead, and we're actually gonna go into our screen share portion here.
Cool.
And we're gonna react to something really quick. So,
Oh, is this the Buffalo joint? Because I didn't know what that was, so I'm glad I'm about to see this.
Yeah, same.
Cool.
I don't know what you're talking about because I don't have the show doc in front of me or anything, but
But you're the peacock. You don't need nothing.
all right. So we're gonna watch this clip, and we're gonna react. I'm gonna take a sip of my beer now, so I don't
spit it out later.
like through my nose.
So should I drink while I'm watching it so I could do that?
All right. So it's on the screen. You guys see this baby here, right? All right. So this
Did you catch my reaction?
This is supposed
Holy
to be a
shit.
gender reveal.
Bro.
And they are fucking just dumping this baby.
Oh
Bill's
my
Mafia
God.
style. Now the baby falls on a mattress. Now,
Okay.
but here's my
Okay.
question. Now, first off, this is the biggest Bill's Mafia thing ever.
Oh
Second
my
off-
God.
Second off, where the fuck is a gender reveal? Where is the gender reveal?
Yeah, like what is it? Like what is it? Like
Just threw a baby. He just threw a baby.
It's a dislocated vertebrae. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh
You
my
just put
God,
everyone
bro.
over the CTE.
All they did was drop this motherfucker through a table.
oh my God.
I don't even know what the gender of this baby is.
Can I leave this one off? Can I leave this one off?
Fuck it. It's supposed. I think it's supposed to be about. Go for it.
Oh
Go.
no, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Go.
I wanna-
Go.
Okay,
Go.
listen.
I'm anxious.
real quick,
Listen.
Bogart. I'll touch on it real quick.
Yeah,
Bogart.
go ahead. Yes, Miles, please, because I'm still flabbergasted.
First of all, it's irresponsible, but it's in perfect Bill's Mafia. Like it's on brand. It's on
You know what?
brand.
I need to go last.
It's on brand, but it's also irresponsible. But it didn't. I don't know. I don't know what that table was made of. A lot of times I drop my kid like, hey, yo, and I throw him onto a bed. But they do throw him through a table. I don't know what it's made of. But
I mean, it was
funny.
a cake table. It was a cake table. The table was made out of cake. So it's like
Oh my God,
it's the
bro.
act of dropping a baby through cake onto a mattress, and then the fact that nothing happened.
Right.
Like there was no purple puff.
that's
There
the
was
thing,
no
yeah.
blue. There was no blue filling on the inside. The cake was just white on the inside. Like
Much like the Bills.
That's like a
Much
Mick
like the
Foley
Bills.
type bump, by the way.
I was just saying. Much
Yeah,
the
like
Bills
he
season.
sold the fuck out of that. He sold that bump.
Oh, that's crazy. Go ahead, man.
You going last, Bogart?
Yeah, I'll go last.
All
he
right.
said,
Okay,
yeah,
look.
I'm going with Liz.
Like,
Control topic. I think
my
they
thing
may be
is
ready.
like everybody cheered for this, and nothing happened. Everybody's like, "Yeah, what did he do? You just gave this kid like the first way to CTE. Like, you started him off early."
I think the girl in the white shoes is like this on camera when she actually saw him do it. Her hands are off
Kid got
camera, but I think
taught.
she's actually concerned.
Bruh!
Makes the face-
Why?
makes the
Like you
face-
see her reaction, like how she
What
walked.
the fuck?
Oh my.
Camera. Yeah. I
Also-
think she was like, "Why do you do this?"
I don't think that's kid's dad. I think that's his
This
grandpa.
is grandpa.
That is no way that's his son, because that kid is
He's like, let me show you how it's
that
done.
kid's like again a baby, and the other one that dude is like 50. So
Dude,
nah.
that could like spinal. I don't know.
Right, I'm saying that's CTE, bro.
He straight gave him scoliosis right there, bro.
Dude, I thought so when you sent that document over to me, I thought like I looked that video up when I said I didn't know what it was. That's the video I saw, but I didn't see a gender reveal, so I was like, oh, that can't be it. Like
Why did
I
I
don't
do
know.
the same thing?
Maybe the kid is the gender reveal. They're just like, oh, surprise, it was a fucking girl. You all knew that already. We're just gonna toss it through this cake.
I was swearing I found the wrong video. I was like, no way, this is it.
I love Bill's Mafia for that stuff, though. That's
What if they had a candle
funny.
lit? Like how they
What's
jumped
wrong
on
with
burning
when you meet
tables?
them?
What if they lit one candle and did that?
This was the most Bill's
point, Jay.
Mafia fucking thing ever,
Where's Rob at when you need him? He could translate for us.
bro.
I love. At least it wasn't a fail. Like the cake broke. You know, I've seen the ones where the Bills guys jump off like the top of a van and the table doesn't break and stuff. Oh man.
You're supposed to crack the table a little first.
Yo, wait,
Bro.
didn't someone
I
jump
see
on a
videos.
table that was on fire and like they got
Yeah.
on fire because it didn't break?
Yeah.
That's why I was gonna go last. I was gonna bring that up. Go ahead. Everyone keep
Go
going.
ahead, Bogart.
Videos of them
All right, you know what?
jumping into burning tables that were plastic. They put kerosene on that.
Oh my God! Newfound
They
respect.
put a plastic table to jump through.
All right, I have two different takes. The Bogart as a father take, right? I am really disappointed because, first of all, my gender reveal was one of the greatest moments in my life because the only time I did a gender reveal, I found out I was having a son, and I had 2 daughters prior to that, right? And tossing babies and shit like that, I'm totally against that, right? But once I'm the ninja me, right? I am disappointed in them that they didn't light that shit on fire. The fact that they didn't light that shit on fire, and that if you're gonna slam a baby, slam that motherfucker good. You know what I'm saying? Listen, like I said, this is the Ninja Bogart, okay? This is not Father Bogart, okay?
For the RKO.
This is not Father Bogart, okay? This is Ninja Bogart, all right? You should have fucked that baby up just like the Bills Mafia does it. Listen, hold on. Listen.
Not those use 2 words in the same sentence.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying. You're right. I gotta respect my elders. I'm sorry. Let me come back. Okay. All right. But still, now all jokes aside, right? All jokes aside, come on. What was the baby like? Who was pregnant? I mean, like.
Yeah, there was no round bellies.
So
Like there
confusing.
was nothing. Like who the fuck was knocked up?
But it is vintage Bills Mafia. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they do. I mean, light the baby on fire. I don't know. Fucking then I don't know. Like I think in Buffalo, right now they're just used to that shit. You know what I mean?
It's a Tuesday.
Bro, this was
It's a Tuesday.
No, but what is the worst reveal here? The Gordon Hayward finding out he has like 4 daughters instead of no sons. Remember that?
Oh
Yeah.
man, he was pissed.
They're like, "Oh, are you happy, Dad?" His daughter, and he's like, talking to his daughter. Dad's
Yeah.
always happy.
That's so
depressing.
Oh
Yo,
man.
look like
hey,
16
coming from someone that their first kid was a daughter, man, the first fucking thing that I did, I shit you not, was drive to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a shit ton of fucking ammo. I don't think I've ever had more ammo for no fucking reason.
No, yeah,
in
for
my
all the reason,
goddamn
bro.
life.
All the reason.
Yeah, I mean, all the reason, of course, but like, bro, like, I think,
16 years in advance.
like, I think I spent like in a day, I spent like almost like $1,000 worth of fucking both.
I do want to preference.
But
though.
Miles like as a dad, he's like, fuck.
I do want to preference.
13-year-old girl and a
I
little
want to
11-year-old
say,
girl.
I just want to say though, all jokes aside, I'm totally against hurting children and all stuff like
Obviously.
that. But
Yeah.
like, if the fact that it's Buffalo, if it was somewhere in the South, it's like, yo, you gotta whoop that baby's ass. That's how we were all raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this case, slamming the motherfucker for a gender reveal.
I know that.
But a baby though, it's a baby, dude. Like, come
It's
on.
a baby.
Well, I don't know.
Oh
How
my-
was that wasn't a toddler. It was. I mean,
A
I don't know how
baby.
that baby was. It's still a baby. Yeah, I would call that.
That baby did not look like a toddler. He looked like he was like 6-7 months.
Can that motherfucker even walk?
No, that's,
He might not never walk.
he might have been around a year.
Let's just
Yeah,
admit that was the craziest shit Like it's 2020. Like fucking Rick and Morty season 3 got delayed. Like we got coronavirus. Fucking like shit was on
Shout
fire
out to
this year.
Pickle Rick.
Why? Like fucking, we're just throwing babies
shout out
at
to
this
Pickle Rick.
goddamn point.
I'll be right back.
Bro.
Shout out to Pickle Rick. I got Pickle Rick. Hold on.
Something
yeah.
that I think can't be ignored though is someone get this man a contract. I mean, that was impeccable shuffle pass form on that.
Yes.
That's
Nah,
quality, right?
Nah, that was a chest pass.
Navy runs a triple option.
I mean, either way, get this
So,
man a contract.
about
That's
it.
quality right there. You don't see
Hey.
that
4
every day.
years left of eligibility.
With
I
that said-
I
with that
love the
said-
analysts on this panel because we legit analyzed it from that aspect. He's like, no, it's a chest pass. No, it's a shuffle pass. And then
What?
Jake was like, it's a triple.
Pickle
What'd you say, Jake?
Rick.
It's the
Jake-
Navy triple option.
Yes.
If you're running it,
I can love it, dude. And then, of course, I
That's
said,
him.
light the baby on fire. What the fuck?
Miles, I love it, bro. I love it. My grinder's Rick and Morty, bro.
Oh,
I love
nice.
Yeah, shout out to
he was
Pickle
on my
Rick.
screen. They were on my screensaver, like jumping through an interdimensional portal. But I changed it to my Facebook deal.
I did that for like several weeks in a row on the Rumboyz. I was just,
Yo,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead. We're gonna dive into the next topic. Before we dive into the next topic, I want to go ahead and shout out and review a wonderful sports medicine CBD topical. And
Nice.
Bogard, you actually know this product very, very well. I want to shout out to Milk and Honey CBD TX.
hey, everybody make some noise. Hey!
Hell yeah.
Hey!
I want to state this coming from an athlete standpoint and coming from, just generally being old at this point and still competing. This topical definitely, yeah, right?
Hey, it definitely came through in a jiffy though, right? Like it was
Yeah.
like essential as fuck.
It was essential as fuck. My back is feeling a lot better. First application, it hit strong. I recommend the product. Check out Milk and Honey CBD. You can look them up on Facebook, CBDTX.
Yo,
Check
shout
them
out to
Facebook,
my sponsor,
Instagram.
man.
Yeah, that's Bogart's sponsor. I don't always have to shout out to my sponsors. I can also use my time to shout out to other people's. And don't worry, I'll be shouting out my sponsors later.
Well,
throughout
but
the
you know what
episode.
though? As a friend, man, just all this aside, as a friend, when you told me you was in some pain, I got you, bro. You know what I
Made the
mean?
call.
I wrote it down. I have like
I
back
made
problems,
the
and
call.
I play flag football and stuff still too. So
I
need
got
some-
you, bro.
some
I
CBD
got you.
essentials.
I got you, man.
Exactly.
The land of milk and honey.
Let's go ahead. Let's dive into the next topic. And I think that this is all of our favorite topic because this is the topic. This is a sport that, as analysts, gives us all the most money. And that is football, also known as fantasy football. But first, we're just going to start this one off light, get everyone warmed up. Dallas Cowboys' newly acquired rookie wide receiver CeeDee Lamb will be donning the coveted number 88. Following in the footsteps of Dallas greats like Drew Pearson, Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, so on and so forth, does Lamb deserve this honor? And also, him getting this number, what does that kind of say towards Amari Cooper? And I think we start off with Blake.
I mean, for Amari Cooper, it's got to be a kick in the sack, right? I mean, you devote so much time to that organization, you bust your ass for him, and then what? Some rookie comes on and gets 88 right out of the gate. Not to mention, I mean, like you said, 88 is a number that means something on the Cowboys. I mean, it's not just every other day guys that wear 88. And if you're CeeDee Lamb, you better step it the fuck up right away, like ASAP. It's a bold move, I think.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
See if it pans out for him, though. I just think, I don't know. In my opinion, he shouldn't have number 88. What has he done to deserve it except for get drafted, right? Give it to Amari Cooper. He's busted his ass. He puts up numbers.
Blake, I love your takes because you also allow me the ability to add validation towards it. I don't know if you knew this piece of information, sir, but Lamb actually spoke to Urban, and Urban was very boisterous about the fact that he had spoken to Lamb in regards to receiving the number 88. So before we actually go over to Jake, and now you knowing this piece of information as a piece of the story, how do you feel?
I mean, it depends. I mean, was like Michael Irvin, was he cool with it? Was he like, yeah, go for it? Or what was his opinion of it?
Michael fucking yelled at Stephen A. No. He called me. Like he did that. He did the Michael Irvin.
Yeah, he got all.
You almost need captions when he talks.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's worse than Shaq. Like Shaq. Like when Shaq talks slow, you know, he scored 54. Michael Irvin.
He's forever coked up, B.
Yep, that's what it is.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that.
Wait, continue.
Well, this comes down to the fact that I don't think Jerry Jones wants to retire at 88 for Michael Irvin.
No,
because
fuck no.
12 and
That's a good point.
22 are all retired for Aikman, Starbuck, and Smith. And what's confusing is they're not retired because Jerry Jones does not like putting numbers in his area. It's about him.
Yeah.
But he will not let people have them. His comment is, I will not have them retired, but no one else can wear them. But he won't retire them because then it takes away attention from him, obviously. So there's he doesn't feel like 88 is that big of a deal. So I'm not surprised if he even had to ask. The Des Bryant obviously still playing or trying to, so don't ask him. But Irvin, he probably doesn't care if Irvin's mad about it. So,
Irvin wasn't pissed. Irvin wasn't pissed.
No, he wasn't. But I'm sure he wouldn't care. There's a reason he hasn't banned that number. So at this point, it's like, if Jerry Jones doesn't think it's that big of a deal, I don't think anyone should be surprised. I mean, did CeeDee Lamb ask for it? That's my question. Or was it given to him by Jerry Jones at this point? Because I'm not sure if he...
It sounds like something Jerry Jones would give him.
I think Jerry Jones told him to
Yeah.
call Mike Irvin about it. And knowing Irvin had no say. And at this point, I think it just shows that Jerry Jones doesn't really respect Michael Irvin as much as.
Well, no. So to my knowledge, from Irvin's sake, in Madison, I have not heard about that, and we're gonna find out about that. We're gonna get someone on that story.
Yep. Shout out to Madison.
Get that story to me. We're gonna add that to the bottom of the show when we get into
It has
basketball.
to be Wizards days, right?
Nope,
Probably.
today.
Hey, yo, we'll run it. We'll run it when we get it. When we get it, we'll have that one on the docket at the end. But to my understanding, Lamb called Irvin, and that's one of the things that Irvin had got on Stephen A's case about. He was like, "You don't know, the kid called me and asked for permission." So I mean, I think everything is copacetic in terms of that. You know, with Irvin, I mean, and Jerry, So Irvin's take was, yo, it's a number. It's meant to be passed on. Records are meant to be broke. Like Irvin had that more optimistic view of it.
Still confused though on how you don't ever want to give Starbucks, Smith, or Aikman's number out again, but you're giving 88 out. It's a little confusing.
Quarterbacks,
Little
bro. That's
confusing why
completely
his
different.
number is still okay to have.
Quarterbacks, man, completely different. Hey, let's run it. J Love.
I mean, this is kind of just a thing that goes on with the Cowboys. After Michael Irvin, it was Des Bryant, the next great Cowboys receiver, and now it's going to be CeeDee Lamb. And I know
It's
CeeDee Lamb
tradition.
hasn't done anything yet, but he was a first-round pick, and he put up numbers at Oklahoma. They're hoping that he's that next receiver. As for Amari Cooper, I already looked into it. He can get traded or cut next season, meaning
Facts,
he's out of
'cause
here
it's-
next.
Good point.
He's the WR3. I said it on draft day as soon as they took him. He's
That was
the WR3.
That wasn't even
Michael
a hot
Gallup.
take. That was facts.
Michael Gallup already took him over at the end of last season. We saw it in the Philly game when it was crunch time. Who was on the
Mogart,
field?
I got something for you. Don't worry.
Michael
Okay.
Gallup. Who got the last target in the end zone? Michael Gallup. They bring in CeeDee Lamb to play on that outside. He can even play in the slot. He's a rack receiver. In contrary to Michael Gallup, more so being a possession receiver. Doesn't have the best speed. Adds a little bit to that receiving core. But Amari Cooper's out of there.
I
Word.
feel that, and I think that Amari is out of there, and I can agree with that 100%. J Love, the contract, the money, the quick 100%, in and out payday that he recently received, 100% points to that. Now, Bogart, before you go,
Yeah. What you got?
because you and I think that you and I and Miles, and myself are the oldest ones on this panel.
Yep.
Blake, correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't mind.
22.
20. Oh, motherfucker. Hell yeah. We got these motherfuckers by a long shot.
I'll
Youngsters.
be
Hey,
27 in December.
What happened to
Alright.
Benjamin Button?
hold on. When's your birthday, Jake?
Benjamin Button,
Jake.
you don't even know who the hell Drew Pearson
December
is.
what?
Tiger Woods and Sandy Koufax.
Hold on,
So,
December
anyways,
December 30th. Same birthday as
Okay,
Carson
nice.
Wentz, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, and Sandy Koufax.
Love it. You're
anyways,
exactly a month after me. Love that.
let me continue.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
1 second, motherfuckers. I know we all interested in whose birthday is who. Don't worry, I'll send out office postcards. Check your inboxes. So this one I can actually double towards Bogart first and then Miles. I think that it's more important that we should acknowledge the fact that Drew Pearson has been overlooked in terms of Hall of Fame ballot for
Sure.
4 years, and he has donned that number 88. And I think that's kind of a curse in a way that Michael Irvin is the only Cowboy to don that number and get Hall of
Get
Fame
in.
honors.
Yeah. That's a good point. You know
So
what?
is this necessarily, from those of us that are older on the panel, and knowing that Drew Pearson
And wiser.
yeah, and wiser, and
Budweiser.
and better,
Yeah, that's the right Weiser.
yeah, hey, and with better looking facial hair than all these motherfuckers.
Hey, you
Jake,
know,
you're an
I-
honorable mention. Jake, you're an honorable mention. Okay, don't worry.
Hey man, I use this cardboard to shave my beard a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But no, I mean, I think that it speaks more volumes of the disrespect. I think it speaks more volumes of the disrespect of Drew Pearson than it does of Michael Irvin
Yeah.
or Des Bryant.
Well, okay.
Your
Check.
take.
I definitely agree with you because he's like an unsung hero, right? But Michael Irvin, I think he, like I referenced earlier, and I honestly believe this because when you watch or listen to him talk, how's it goes outside? He goes outside. No, right there. He goes there, club. He goes outside over there. He's thinking, oh, Jerry. Like, what is he think? He's coked up, right? For life. He's probably clean. I'm just saying, like, he had that good coke too in the 90s, you know, before they started cutting that shit with the bullshit. Anyways, this motherfucker,
He
right?
was out there.
He straight up, he's going to adopt CeeDee Lamb. Same way he adopted Des Bryant, where he'd be like, my son. Remember that? He'd be like, my son.
He also
Like,
adopted Antonio Brown, though. Let's think about that one.
oh, he's trying to adopt Antonio Brown too?
He did
Just the 88 club in general,
Brown
huh?
nuts. So we don't
Antonio
Yeah.
Brown were 84.
Oh, see, there you go. Trumps that. You're right. I'm sorry. See, I love
number
J-Lo.
doesn't matter. Yep. His number is overtaking the personality.
Yeah. Bro, okay, what is an 8? What is an 8 on its side? It's a figure 8. It's infinity, right?
Infinity.
So if we
Where
could,
we
can,
going?
we,
Where we
can we
going?
say that Michael Irvin is just forever on this loop of madness and coke? Just,
Okay, look, we're talking about cocaine with
Not
Michael
wrong
Irvin.
about
It's not Mike Tyson with the DMT. Okay, next.
yeah. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
DMT.
We're not on Spotify. So.
Is Pierce not a Hall of Famer? That's ridiculous.
What?
He's been there.
Really
Yeah,
quick.
that's that is fucked up.
Really quick. Also with the Amari Cooper thing, and we're about to go to Miles next.
Oh, the pooper scooper?
Also with Amari, the Pooper Scooper Cooper,
Yes.
because he just disappears in games and becomes shit.
Yes, thank you.
Which, by the way, I avoided him very well in my dynasty draft. I'm eating in my dynasty draft. Well, we're gonna get into that later because I'm fucking just taking a gigantic turd on motherfuckers. So what I feel that this does to Amari is who the fuck has ever gotten 88 and has not clearly been the main target?
It's true.
Well, I think the difference there is that, like, Amari isn't a guy who was drafted by the Cowboys organization. He kind of came in halfway through the middle of a season. And then you did mention his inconsistency problems. He disappeared on the road. So Mr. Amari Cooper, yeah, obviously the Cowboys didn't think that CeeDee Lamb was going to fall to them, and then they took him. So, yeah, of course, Jerry was ecstatic and thinking, hey, you know, here's my opportunity to actually, you know, do this now because this guy's going to be here for a while. And like Jake mentioned, you know, Amari kind of, you know, you could kind of see it already that maybe one foot's already kind of going out the door, even though he's only been there a short time, because they do have the option to do that with his contract expires after the season next year.
I did want to say though.
Hey, Dono hype.
Oh, don't know. I did want to say because you know I always
prefers the term turd.
I always bring my I always bring my special brand of antics, like my man the Peacock would say, and I love that. But so my real take is like, You know, I think they try to bestow the number on him as like a boost of confidence. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, you're in this club of all these greats.
No,
You know what I mean?
no,
That dude's a talent, man. I don't think he needs
Jerry. All right. So I mean, and at this point, honestly, it's my turn. At this point, Jerry, he only does this shit with his guys. Okay, Dak's not getting paid right now. CeeDee Lamb just got showed. CeeDee Lamb just got shown ultimate fucking favoritism. Jerry Jones is clearly saying, "Hey, son, you're coming in. Somebody, yo, what the fuck was that?"
There's it was a goddamn
Hayabusa in the background.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yo, so anyways, I can tell. I can hear. I know the Hayabusa's a
crotch rocket.
Yeah, you big ass bite.
Yeah.
That's that Zuki, baby.
Bro.
Sorry, hey, I had a 750 Gixxer back in the day. My Air Force days. I used to.
I had a scooter.
Anyone's doing that.
I had a scooter.
Hey, well, we'll talk bikes later. Miles, you just became my favorite person on the staff. I love all of you though equally.
Miles can carry that bike on his shoulder. He puts it in his pocket. You fucking.
Hey, weird story though. My mom used to ride motorcycles as well. My parents, when they were already going after that midlife crisis stage.
So not only was she an English professor, but she was a rider.
She was an English teacher, but also motorcycle rider. But anyways, she laid the bike down, and I saw it. It was like right out of the driveway or whatever. Like she got scared. Long story short, I ran out there and I fucking lifted like an 800-pound bike off the ground. I don't know. It was just crazy.
Oh shit!
I've done that. I told my mom. My
I didn't
mom
carry
laid
it on
down
my
bike.
shoulder, but I did lift it.
Anyways, but no, look, I'm sorry. I should have never distracted everyone like that. Miles.
No, I apologize for my ambience. That was.
We're gonna feature Miles in season 2 of the Rum Report coming up. Actually, we're gonna have a new series coming up, Behind the Business. You guys look out for that. Yeah.
And the Rumcast even too. The newly born Rumcast even.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm out here.
I see you, Admiral.
Anyways, like I said, I feel like this is a big slight towards Amari Cooper, like Jordan Love said. Jordan Love mentioned that Amari Cooper is pretty much going to be expendable, if you will, at the end of this year. I think that Dallas fully has that intention of making him expendable at the end of this year. So CeeDee Lamb getting the number 88, I think does a lot for Amari Cooper. I'm already not going after him in drafts already this early. So look for a lot of people to probably avoid him, especially given the fact that he disappears in games. CeeDee Lamb is clearly not going to be a guy that they're looking at is going to disappear. They clearly brought him in to be that guy.
I'm from the Bay Area where like there's Raider fans and shit. Where like Amari Cooper, when he was on the Raiders, always a 3rd round pick. And then he goes to the Cowboys, and Cowboys fans are everywhere. Stayed a 3rd round pick. And it's like, he's just never been that value. So it's like I always curved him, and I would laugh at people, and then they would swear they were right when he would have those big games. Or like people that don't pay attention to game, like per game, on a per game basis, they would look at his numbers. It would be skewed because he would have the 180-yard game, the 200-yard game, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Just
crazy games.
All the Rum boys and girls take Amari Cooper, scoop him up with that pooper scooper, and just throw him out. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, really quick. I just got to show some shit. All right?
Bust it.
I just got to show something. This is fucking insane really quick. I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to gloat.
No. You mean you stunt on him. That's fine. That's your vice.
Hold on.
Happy birthday to what's the old boy's name again?
So listen, I have Alvin Kamara in the round 1 at the 8 overall pick.
Okay, stunt.
I was like, I don't even have to use my typical running back heavy strategy how I normally would. Like normally
because he's basically a receiver too. He's like a receiver too.
Yeah. So I went fucking DeAndre Hopkins next.
Ooh, okay, flex.
So then I go Aaron Jones right after that.
In the 3rd, flex.
Yeah, in the 3rd.
I like him there. I like him there too.
Aaron Jones, bro. Right after Aaron Jones, I go Julio Jones.
Why is people so? That's crazy. Yo.
Bro, but look, it's dynasty, so everybody like.
Oh, okay, that
Like
makes
the
sense.
first
That's
pick,
cool.
the first pick was Patrick Mahomes, like off the board, like
Reminds me, dude. We're drafting.
Shout out to my
rookie
man
draft right now.
Patrick Starfish.
bro, I'm literally about to be up next, and the amount of value. This is a dynasty startup, so what I'm thinking is, I'm literally
Running
about
back,
to
young running back.
No, you can do that with your rookie picks too. You
Bro,
can do, draft bets.
what I'm thinking is I'm literally just about to stock up and like get my trophy this year, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna balance
Always
it.
be in win right now mode.
Yeah, I'm
Win
because
now,
like
win
it's
now.
a startup. Like I'm gonna get the first trophy right out the gate. But what I'm gonna do is the way I'm gonna balance this shit. Like my next few picks, like when I go quarterback, I'm going like fucking. If I'm gonna go for a rookie, like I'm gonna go veteran quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and pull Aaron Rodgers off the board. Then I'm gonna pull fucking Drew Lock off the board. So now I got my talent that I'm gonna bait you with later on. Like I'm gonna develop this one, and I got this one that I'm gonna trade to you.
You're not scared of Aaron Rodgers being on like a run first offense? Like he literally is.
Listen, no, bro. I'm purely using Aaron Rodgers as a veteran that I'm gonna trade away in the next like year or two. It's a dynasty league, so I'm gonna sell that old fucking piece of fucking work. I don't need that no more. I developed Drew Lock already, and Drew Lock has developed, and I'm probably already gonna be coming into the league. This league starting Drew Lock, honestly.
Am I too drunk on Drew Lock? I feel you on that. Like I love Drew Lock.
Bro, I love Drew Lock right now. Like, bro, I'm
a lot of weapons.
I'm snapping in this league.
I worry about Vic Fangio's defense, and you couple that with Brandon McManus's big boot. Like there might be a lot of more lower scoring games. That's the one thing I'm afraid of.
Yo,
Yeah,
we're gonna
right
be checking in and out on that shit throughout the show. But bro, I'm fucking.
So you're
eating.
debating. Where's your? So who?
I'm not even debating anymore
okay.
because like. I can even wait on the quarterbacks that I want to go and get. I can honestly wait on them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I can go and get, because it's a tight end premium, and I can go and get my tight end now, I already know the guy that I'm gonna go and get.
Oh, it's tight end premium. Oh, cool.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, are we worried about that tight end that the Broncos drafted to fuck up our Noah Fant?
Yes, because he went to Mizzou, just like Drew Lock. That was his favorite target.
Alberto.
If you look at Albert Okwuegbunam, when Drew Lock was there, he would have been a second round pick. He would have, had he declared. He decided to go back because he thought he could boost himself up to be the number one tight end this year, going the first round. Didn't work because he had Kelly Bryant, fell to the fourth round, still ends up in Denver. He's going to learn that playbook with Drew Lock, and he's going to be his favorite target. I hate to say it, I'm lower on Cortland Sutton than I was before. A lot lower, actually. I'm lower on Noah Fant. This hurts almost every weapon in Denver for me.
Hey, Jordan Love, this is why you're such a fucking good hire. God damn it. Let's get into the next topic that's on the outline, fellas. Blake, you're up to bat. You ready?
Yep.
Show them what the Blitz crew got. Damn, I tried to do that so smoothly, but I got caught up with the motherfucker.
No, you
Take
did
a
the same
sip,
thing. You did the same thing when you were on my show. Like at the beginning, you were like, "Blitz, it's a tongue twister," and I was like, "Yeah, I know it is. I didn't mean for it to be."
Call him Blitz Balaki. You know what I'm saying?
Shit works.
Nermex, give me money.
Oh, I'm next? Oh,
Next topic
yeah,
here.
Bliznake.
Next topic here, and I'm gonna keep up, my good social distance. I'm gonna sanitize with the 101 overall pick. All right, the Bengals had selected no other
Mighty
than
Joe
Joe Burrow.
Young. Mighty Joe Young.
101 overall pick has already replaced Andy Dalton in Cincinnati as QB1. He has wide receivers like AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and Auden Tate. Joe Mixon in the backfield, and the O-line is looking healthy at this given moment as far as injury reports.
Not good, but healthy.
J Love, didn't they? What was the receiver they drafted as well?
Oh, you forgot to mention T. Higgins. And John
There you go,
Ross.
there you go.
And
And
John
they
Ross.
have T. Higgins. Fuck
And
John
John
Ross. Why am I mentioning John Ross?
No, yeah, we didn't.
I'm taking this shot.
4-2-1, Robbie.
Because he's on the
Know this.
team.
He
He's
ran
on
a
the team.
fucking
And
4-2-1 and he's done nothing.
He could have got an island.
He did
No.
not run a 4-2-1.
He
Stop
could have
it.
got an island, bro.
Stop it! You're literally
Game.
not. You're not getting me on my wide receiver rant, and I felt like that was on purpose. No.
Man.
He had some Will Fuller games last year.
Oh no! You're
Listen.
fucking.
So true.
You can run as fast as you fucking
Well,
want to. Stop it!
hey.
You can run, Miles. You know this just as well as I do. You can run a fucking fast as you want to, but if you have no goddamn hands, you ain't shit.
Yeah, that's totally true. It's that little kid, the kid from Little Giants.
Yeah.
Fuck John Ross.
Great reference.
He didn't have issues dropping the football until he couldn't run 30 yards past his opponent in the NFL.
Y'all, you have
Yes,
no
he did.
idea
He
how
had
much of a
terrible
John Ross
hands.
shooter I once was, and
Yeah,
he
I know.
let me down. Anyways, I'm getting to Blake's take. Y'all fucking this up. This is. Oh, I can't believe y'all even hit that nerve.
This.
Jake, you did that on purpose. Take
It was-
a shot.
was
just
J-Lo.
for-
Wasn't it J Love? I think it was J Love. And I'm sorry, I will
It was
apologize.
J Love. No,
But I
course
set it
was
up.
J-Lo.
I set it up and he spiked it. I didn't even mean to.
I'm
Fuck.
continuing. I digress. The
God
O-line-
damn me.
the O-line's
Over
looking
under
healthy.
2.5.
I'm fucking about to mute you. It's fucking getting
Hold
muted.
on.
I'm
Blitz,
done with.
double B. Blitz,
Hey.
give it to
Hey,
BWB.
Turd, you have 30 seconds. God damn it. Hey, that's my goddamn fucking coach, Chief Editor, by the way. I love him. All right, anyways.
BWB?
Bogart, you're muted too. Shit. He's like, I deserve it. All right, anyways, how fantasy friendly is the Cincinnati Bengals offense looking? And is Joe Burrow draftable? I mean, dynasty aside, obviously, you're going to try and pick up.
Yes. Well,
Whose take? Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, all right. So I have a lot of controversial takes on Joe Burrow. So I heard a little bit of backlash from one of my episodes that I recently dropped in the first round. I think Joe Burrow obviously is the best quarterback in the draft. There's no doubt about it. Prospect grade wise, he was number 2. He had a 7.07. And Chase Young had a 7.37 prospect grade wise. But I worry about Joe Burrow a little bit for a few reasons. Obviously, my background is at one point I was a Division I scout. So for fun, I would scout guys. I would, break shit down from where I'm sitting. And when I watch Joe Burrow, I see a lot of different things. Obviously, a high football IQ. One of the knocks on him that a lot of people say as well, he had a average at best junior season, and he got better his senior year. I attribute that to the fact that he got in the film room, he grinded, and he did what he had to do. You see it in college football all the time. My knocks on him is that I don't think he has the arm strength. He has below average arm strength for the NFL, and I think he's going to run. He can only run one offensive scheme, and that's a pro-style offense. Now, he's going to fit in the Bengals just fine with how they're going to run their offense. And I know it's a mad controversial take. Like I got a lot of backlash on it, but I will say this from my standpoint, like when you're scouting guys in the first round, like these are guys you have to nitpick. So these are things that I was nitpicking. Obviously, Joe Burrow is the number 1 overall pick. I think it's a great pick. They're going to be a high octane offense once he gets everything down and once he settles in. But I just think the arm strength is questionable in my opinion.
Okay. We've now taken the other participants off of mute. Jordan Love, I'm sorry, and I'm not going to let you piss me off anymore. Jake, it's your go.
Oh, we'll see how that goes.
Fuck you.
Well,
Here you go.
Respect your elders.
Oh, me or him? Because he's Benjamin Button.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jake, go, Jake.
So I don't think the arm strength issue comes into argument when you compare him to Andy Dalton. So I don't think they can have a worse offense than the good years of Andy Dalton. I think that's going to be what he's going to be the first few years of his career. So, and those first few years are better than what we saw last year. So yes, they definitely go up in fantasy. the whole offense overall, I don't know about AJ Green. I don't really trust him personally. After what happened last year, I don't know how he'll come back. And with him being injured or playing injured, I don't like that offense overall until I see him play. So I wouldn't really touch many players besides Mixon there, which I know Robbie doesn't love. But
Fuck Joe Mixon.
Sir Joe Mix-a-Lot.
there we go.
He likes
But,
touchdowns and he cannot lie.
Hey, one thing we can guarantee in the office league this year, by the way, fellas, just so you already know how you can beat one of your opponents. That little shit down in that corner box will take Joe Mixon.
Listen,
not this year.
I trust that guy.
Not this year.
Well, the only guy I would really trust on that.
Well, I
offense
was talking about
now
J Love. I was
is
talking about J
Mixon
Love.
If you're taking him in the first 2 rounds, that's my take right now. I don't see much until I see AJ Green really come back and play football because his foot injury has been going on for about a year and a half now. So, what is?
What the fuck?
I'm a
That is
ventri-
somebody with a kid.
I'm a ventriloquist.
That is not me. I will tell you
Blake
that.
was like, fuck this, I'm slamming this beer.
That shit was
Whose phone
borderline
was that?
creepy too. It was
Please
funny.
admit that. I'm done with my take. Whose phone was this? We have to figure this out.
That was Bogart. That was Bogart.
It was Bogart's
Yo, Bogart.
Sports.
Yeah, it was yo. Bogart is in charge of the soundboard. So
I'm on
soundboard,
mute. I'm on mute.
I mean, we can't honestly put you on mute permanently because you do run the soundboard. So at certain points, we do. Just have
I
to shut
shouldn't run the
fuck up.
soundboard anymore, for the record.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a scary thought. Anyways,
Jessica's
let's
not here.
continue.
Jessica could probably do it.
It's
J-Lo,
oh. Yeah, Jayla. Or wait, no, Jayla's pick. He already said.
No, I didn't.
He's trying to
This
curve
way,
him.
we started with
J-Lo.
Blake and went down.
Yeah, key thing about just Joe Burrow in general when it comes to that 3rd to 4th year, I'm going to attribute that almost completely to Joe Brady and his offense. 86% of Joe Burrow's plays last year came out of a empty set. 5 weapons out wide, all running a route, no protection. His arm strength, I'm going to agree with you, Blake. Not the best. Again, that's nitpicking. It's not bad. It's just about average. But when you have a player that he's going to love 5 out, he reads a defense well. He's going to sit in that profile offense and just make a read and hit the right guy right in motion. That's what he's going to do. I don't really like Joe Mixon because he's not the best pass catcher anymore. They're going to sit in 5 out.
They don't throw him the ball, though. It's fucked up.
They're really not. They're not going to have him. They're going to run the ball a little bit. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a great year, but Joe Mixon's stock fell for me. These wide receivers, that's why they picked up T. Higgins. They run the 5 out. They can run AJ Green, John Ross. I know you don't like him. He's going to be in that offense regardless. T. Higgins, and then you're going to have probably Drew Sample, who they just took in the 2nd round last year as a tight end, line up a lot. Big guy, decent blocker. But interesting thing about Joe Burrow, again, is the fact that he is the only quarterback in the past 5 years whose passer rating went up when he was under pressure. I think that's gonna be a huge factor.
What was it, like
Yes.
87%, like passer rating, something like that? Something
His
in
passer
the
rating
80s?
was like 149.
Oh my God,
Under
word?
pressure and 142. It was 149 when he was under pressure and 142.
And
when
he's
he
going to be, theoretically, he will be under a lot of pressure behind that line.
Yeah, I
Brett.
mean, you have Jonah
You're
Williams coming in, which that's going to be a good left tackle for him. Other than that, the offensive line is not good. So that's that. I don't like Billy Price for any of you
Man,
Billy Price
is the
fans, but
star. From
yeah.
from this area.
He's gonna be good.
behind
I am
that.
kidding, by the way.
he's going to be good. I don't like Joe Mixon. I don't trust any of these receivers just because he's going to be hitting 5 out unless he develops a great connection with one of these receivers, which is completely possible. I don't see any of them taking that spot like directly.
By the way, Justin, we miss you, brother. Up in
Shout
the
out to
chat.
Justin. Shout out to White Chocolate.
White chocolate.
Let's make some noise for White Chocolate.
Clock management. Clock management.
Hey,
Block Management Fantasy Football up in the building.
everybody
Make sure you
subscribe to that
subscribe
motherfucker, man.
Yo, you have to. You. I mean, if you follow the
He loves to give away
Rumboyz
free
Fantasy
jerseys.
Network, yeah, if that
He loves to give away
that
free jerseys.
he does. He
For
does.
real, bro. He be like having him in his pocket, like run into him on the street. He'll be like, "Hey,
You get a jersey.
I got this signed fucking, CD Lamb. Like CD Lamb ain't even played yet. He's like, you got it though. Like,
As the trench coat, he opens it up. He's like, I got the signed CD Lamb right here.
on deck.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Michael Irvin gave it to me.
For real though.
Anyways, make sure that you guys do head to rumboyz.com, check out the merch, check out all the drip, the swag, check out the articles from the whole entire team. You got to check out the whole entire team. I mean, the management team, they're in the chat. We wish the management team was on the fucking live stream with us, but we love them. You can use promo code CLOCK for 10% off your order, or you can use promo code Rumboyz for free shipping on your order as well. Head to rumboyz.com, check out our merch. Definitely check out our articles. Our articles are on fire right now. We got draft grades out, so head over there. We'll pull those up here at a little bit later throughout the show. Let's dive right into the next topic. Is anyone obliged?
Can I get my take?
Oh, did you go?
Yeah, me too.
No, yeah. Miles, go ahead. Go first.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. Definitely an upgrade from Andy Dalton. Dalton is terrible, like historically in primetime games, big games. So, I mean, even though Burrow has that one good year under him in college, it's not like a huge, long history there, as being one of these standout guys like Tua or other Hurts or other quarterbacks that are in this draft. I still think it's great for them. He should be a boost regardless of what the line situation there looks like. If they use him correctly, they design plays for him. They keep it simple. He has a little bit of time to connect using his high football IQ with a rookie receiver like Higgins. They might be a formidable duo in the future. And then if he can get on the same page, and AJ Green is about a year and a half removed from that foot injury. He sat out all of last season. He held out all of last season, so he had plenty of time to recover. I don't like foot injuries when somebody gets injured, has surgery, and tries to come back right away. So he took the time there to do that right and heal up. So I think that might be an interesting pick. Let him fall to you, and if he's there, snag him up real late when you feel comfortable, and it's like a bench spot or whatever. Not in Dynasty though. I don't know about that move. But yeah, I mean, I like the Burrow pick. I don't know if he's going to be a superstar. Honestly, like I said, I don't think that he has too much. Like I said, he just had that one good year in college, and that's it's recency bias as well. So if not for Tua getting hurt, we all think that at least I do. I think that he would have gone over him. So that's my take on it.
Well, I do want to backpack my boy BWB. Blitz with Baleki. You know what I'm saying? Baleki, right?
That was fire.
Right? I want to backpack what he said. Is like, there was progression. You know what I mean? There was, he got in the film room. He fucking progressed his game. Yes, he had one of the best lines. And then even under pressure, it was a 140 passer rating like our big bro, J Love had referenced. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say, I remember when Zach Taylor was the OC with the Rams, and he made Jared Goff throw for 4th wow. You know what I mean? 4th wow. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? You said, what was that you said, J Love? A lot of no back sets, right? Yeah. We might see a lot of no back sets because Joe Mixon might hold out. But I do love me some Joe Mixon. Everyone knows my affinity for Sir Joe Mix-a-Lot. You know what I'm saying? The mix master. Sir, he loves touchdowns and he cannot lie. You know what I'm saying? But here's, I will say this though. It's like he goddamn. We seen Zach Taylor. When he was with Todd Gurley, just use the fuck out of him in every facet. In every facet. So we kind of seen that in the end of the year last year, and we seen it for a nice little stretch.
God damn, Miles!
I was gonna say, what did I do? Every time he flashes, I'm like, what did I do?
I'm okay.
Hold on, hey, Bogart, continue.
Okay, so
keep run it really quick.
So okay, to make a long story longer, right? Joe Burrow, I would take a shot at him late because I still think that secondary might be not, it might be still trash. So there's gonna be a lot of playing from behind, And I'll dial up some Joe Burrow late, especially in Superflex. I'll have him as my third QB because I am that guy who have 3 QBs in a Superflex.
Hold on. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, we have a from Clock Manager, y'all. Take a shot, day.
My man.
See, is this the part where we pick the baby up from the Buffalo Bills and we hold her up like
Put it
this?
on the table.
Sevenya!
Throw it. You just throw it off the Pride Rock.
Right off of Pride Rock, goddammit. Poor baby. That poor baby.
I love the new Dono Height chant because I came with that shit like off the top of my head tonight.
And bro, I love that because you know what? I didn't even know I was harmonizing with you. I didn't even know I was doing that. I was just like, fuck it, like.
Just keep working with me, and eventually we're gonna get it down here. Like, okay, this is the cadence that he's gonna go with.
Hey, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rum boys and girls.
What it do? Dilly.
Thank you for letting me take the liberty on that one.
Mm-hmm. Mixing or Chubb? Oh, I'm going Chubb all day. God damn it,
Stefanski? Jake, tell us why we Chubb over Mixon.
Oh, well, if you look at his production last year, he was one of those guys who
1,400 yards on the ground.
Yes, and the Browns were 19th in rushing attempts. Stefanski's Vikings were 12th.
12.
So
and also,
and what I do?
Jack
Conklin. If you're 14th, that's more carries for Chubb.
His running game hasn't been shit since fucking Corey Dillon.
Even Andrew Whitworth even.
Damn. I love Corey Dillon.
But Corey Dillon. Oh my god. How about that? Jarvis Green Ellis?
I think of him and I think of Patriots.
The last relevant Bengals running back was fucking Corey Dillon. No, we're not doing this. No.
Who's the dude that died?
Just go ahead and mute me. Just mute me already. Just fucking mute us all.
He's not that
Jordan.
We're thinking about it, and I was like, it was Cedric Benson.
Yeah, Cedric Benson died.
Yeah, that's it.
Rest in peace.
Cedric Benson, okay. I'll give credit to and he was a bear. He was really a bear.
No, he was terrible on the Bears. He only became decent when he was in
I'm done.
Cincinnati.
Dude, just mute me. Just mute me.
He did not want to go to Chicago.
Next time.
No, his first 1,000-yard season was in Cincinnati. Don't even
dial up Mighty Joe Young.
Do you just live to fucking piss me off on this show?
Yes,
yeah, he does.
I do.
When you guys fight like this.
But he writes so good, but then he finds a fucking way to just. I digress.
I didn't come with the Redskins yet.
Yeah.
I got another bone to pick.
What?
I got a bone that's right in here. I can just pull on it whenever I want.
No.
But you know, Joe Mixon might hold out though. If Joe Mixon holds out, you know what I'm saying?
He's not going to hold out. He doesn't have enough value to hold out.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, we're gonna get into the topic. Stop it. This is
Sir Joe Mixon a lot.
I'm so glad you said it, J Love. I was thinking like, who's the dude that just died and played for the Bengals?
It wasn't recent. It was like 10 years ago.
Hey, you know what?
10 years ago.
This shot is for him. Yeah. Rest in peace, bro.
J Love said it, not me, so we're good.
Yes.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Hey, at least I didn't mention
everyone. Shut up, Jordan.
Man.
Fuck. Shot for Cedric Benson. Assholes.
Woo!
R.I.P.
I have no idea why I work with this group of degenerates sometimes.
Please respect your elders. We need to make sure J Love's okay, man. J Love's elderly, bro. We need to make sure he's safe.
He's a Redskins fan. He's talking about us being degenerate. What is wrong with you?
Oh, he's from there though. It's like, you know what I mean? I respect it. I respect it. Listen, patch Wale in. Patch him in.
Don't play. I'll really figure out a way that we can get him on the show.
You know what should I call him? Bro, apparently I have everyone's number.
That's good.
Hey, Let's dive off into the next topic. Someone remind me who's. I think it's Miles Tate.
I guess it is.
Which
Hit me with it, because I don't know what's next.
yeah, this is unfortunate because that means it gets back to J Love's loud ass a lot sooner.
No, I'm actually right in the middle of 5.
Quiet, Justin Bieber.
I'm in the middle of 5.
Leave him alone. I love his.
You wedding
If I could grow,
emo kid.
if I could grow my hair like him, bro, I'm rocking that hairstyle. Okay.
Bogart, let us just both ball off into the fucking look.
You're right. Put me on mute. I'm fine with it. I
All
deserve
right.
it.
The Clyde Edwards-Helaire hype is real.
Super real.
It's super, super real.
The
And
Fresh
folks-
Prince of
and folks
Helaire.
are- The Fresh Prince of Helaire.
Yes.
Folks are cashing in early. Are you buying the stock? And if so, in what formats? Break it down. How, when, where? Let's go, Miles.
Yeah, formats. I mean, I guess it just depends on if you're in a dynasty league and you're needy at running back or whatever. He's clearly a good back. He can catch. You know, he's in the Andy Reid system there, but I don't know if I'm super in love with all the hype, honestly. I'd prefer somebody, if I didn't have, obviously, the 101 in a lot of these, depending on what your format is, and you have to pick a quarterback early, Burrow's going to go early, but other than that, if you're falling back, you have like the 3 or the 4, the 103, 104, then I think that, you can take him there, but I'd prefer somebody like Dobbins or even Swift.
He's
honestly.
going in the second round for real, though.
Bro,
Yeah,
all right. So I'm gonna be honest. Like I hate to reference this, and this question was written before my draft even started. CEH went in the second round in Dynasty, bro.
Damn. Not in
That's
the
what
league.
I'm saying.
I mean, I just had one today, and he went like 103 or 104 today. So
Holy shit!
In a rookie draft, I think. Rookie
yeah,
draft.
in all rookie, it was all rookies. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
This one
You did
is
say
not a
that.
rookie. So this one is not a rookie draft. This is like an all-out slaughter.
Oh,
For 30
if he's gonna-
rounds.
if he's going to throw it all in there, you know what I mean? I don't think I'd pull the trigger, and I'd wait till double-digit rounds. That's too expensive for me.
Right.
Just because, you know what I mean? There's other talent there that you can go through if you're going to do. You're going to have a
Right.
guy who's going to come in and have starting reps. He's going to be in a committee. Unfortunately, I mean, he has the potential, a good, real high ceiling. You know, it just depends on how it works out. But I don't
This
trust
is also a
that
stoner
backfield.
league that I'm in. Someone did pick Patrick Mahomes to start off their dynasty as a 101 pick.
101. I've seen it, honestly.
That's some good weed.
To start off your
Is that a one quarterback? Is that a one quarterback?
no, we can flex the quarter. We can.
Oh,
flex
okay, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
total sense.
value. It just depends on your strategy. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
Still-
no,
some
it's
good
not. It's not
Still-
a one quarterback. We can flex at the final spot. We can flex a wide receiver, a running back, a tight end, or a quarterback.
yeah. No, so I mean, like I said, either way, I don't know. I'm not super high on him, but I mean, if he's sitting there, a lot of people are jumping on him, and they're doing it for obvious reasons. It's a decent landing spot, but I don't like the right now. It seems like it could still be a committee. They still have Williams. Williams is there, and then like a lot of other weapons that they use on the offense. They seem like a pass first type of offense to me. They use the running back. I mean, he can catch, and so he fits the
They
system.
kind of did committee too, though, right?
Yeah,
Last year.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, and they didn't used to be that way. You know
It's
what I mean?
it was uncharacteristic. I think it's the injuries.
If he's gonna go this high in dynasty, he's gonna snap somewhere early in redraft. I mean, in redraft terms, we may be talking about like a 6th round, 5
No,
round.
he's going in the second round.
That's crazy.
Like legit.
Oh, Damian Williams was
In
right there
redraft,
Yes.
last year.
I've
Damian
been,
Williams was going
shout out to LQ, Real Deal Fantasy HQ. I've been mock drafting with them.
do it.
Bro, second round, bro. Second round. Matter of fact, I took him in the second round. Just because I wanted to see what I can do with that, right? It's mock draft.
Is a Nick Chubb truther, clearly, with his pick.
Yeah.
You did
But see, though, I was taking Nick Chubb in the first round. You know what I mean?
You did,
Where
yeah.
I was like, if I can get Helaire, I was like, I have to get him in a second.
Like I feel like everyone's running to Helaire too crazy.
Let's remember Kareem Hunt.
Hey man, JT is still
Let's
there.
remember
I mean,
Kareem Hunt.
Swift, like those
I mean,
guys, you know.
my
I don't
take
like
was
Swift.
that he has to go now.
He's in a
I
bad
think
spot.
people want.
Yeah.
All right,
Kareem Hunt-
wait,
Jake,
hold on. Hear
let-
me out.
let Jake rock. Okay,
Hear me
okay.
out. Hear me out. When the Chiefs drafted Edwards-Helaire, did you feel that was a reach when they drafted him?
No, they legit called Patrick Starfish on the phone. They were like, "Hello." Yes.
I digress. All
And
right,
then,
go ahead,
and then he
Booger.
was like, he was like, "Who do you want?" This is Andy Reid. He was eating a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? And he has poor manners. He was talking with his mouth. He was like, "Who do you want?" You know what I mean?
There's no fucking way.
And the
bro.
motherfucker said, give me Clyde Edwards, the Fresh Prince of Hilaire. And they drafted him.
It's too
I
high.
mean-
Yeah, I'm clock. I'm
I'm with Clock too.
Remember when I went nuts on the live draft? I was like, oh my God, how crazy are we going to be? And I was like, everyone slapped me. I even said that. Everyone go watch that episode. I was like, everyone slapped me. I'm going to get too crazy.
Swift follows to me. I got DeAndre Swift still following me, bro.
Yeah, you will.
I don't like Swift though. He's in a bad spot. He's in there with Kerryon Johnson.
You did call it though. You called that spot though.
Carry, I get injured,
Kerryon
Johnson.
Johnson.
We're going to the next. Panelist, Jordan. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't really like Clyde Edwards-Helaire at this point. They have 5 running backs on that team, between Damian Williams, Darrell Williams,
Oh my God, he made me happy.
who is the kid from
Darwin
Utah
Thompson.
State?
Darrell?
Darwin Thompson. Yeah, they just
Darwin. Yeah,
Darwin
Darwin.
Thompson. They just signed.
Yeah, the Darwin theory.
Darwin
Darwinism.
They just signed
Darwinism.
another receiving back from the Raiders.
Hey, don't be
I
facetious.
Don't remember.
Oh,
Don't
DeAndre Washington, my
DeAndre Washington,
man.
they just signed him. They
That's
have a
right.
slew of
Yeah.
5 running backs. It's going to be a running back by committee. I don't like it. I don't want him on my team. I'm not taking him 101 in a fantasy rookie draft. I'm not taking him in the second round of a redraft at all. Don't want him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, let him fall if you can.
You
If not,
can
somebody else
take him
can
if you
do
want
it.
him that high.
Yeah.
Please.
Bro.
Totally agree. And my
Yeah, I don't like
opinion on
Swift's
this is people
spot.
saw him in
Thank
the
you guys. You guys make me
back,
better.
Taken high by the Chiefs. Hunt type value right there. Produced.
But see,
And that's what
Spencer
they saw.
Ware
And they
got
went-
hurt too. If Spencer Ware didn't get hurt, he wouldn't have
They're
started
gonna use
week
him that
1.
way. Even if he's good enough, they're not going to use him that way. There's no way he'll get the touches.
People got hurt last year, and there was like a split backfield all over the place. You don't even
They
know
just
who's going
signed
to
Damian
start.
Williams to an
There's no
extension.
way
I
he
just
gets the
remembered that.
production because he won't get the touches.
Damian Williams got an extension.
Sean McCoy was starting certain games.
I hate LaShawn McCoy. He fucked up all my Damian Williams shares last year.
Oh my God.
Why would you have Damian Williams shares at the beginning of the year?
Well, because you know,
Right.
like I've read so many leagues.
I don't even
that,
want to
like,
hear an excuse.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
weren't
yeah.
listening to Rumboyz. You weren't listening to Rumboyz. That's
Well,
what
I
that
am,
was.
I am now.
Now you
Shout
Shout out
out
know.
that early.
to Shout out to
I am
LaShawn
now.
McCoy.
How-
Shout out
hey,
to LaShawn
calculated
McCoy.
Jake,
I have problems, bro.
you kind of touched on your take. Drop your take.
I kind of made most of mine, but yeah. If you're going to take this guy early, you're expecting Kareem Hunt production. They have too many guys in the
Yeah.
backfield. Will not happen. No chance. So,
Right.
do not. If you're going to take this guy second, you're not going to get as a rookie leading the league in rushing. No way. You're not going to get 10 touchdowns. You're not going to get 5 touchdowns. Early in the year, he's not going to blow up with 200 yards a game in his first, or 200 total yards like for his first 4 games. Won't happen. Too many backs to feed next year.
Blake, run it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I wouldn't take him that early either. And on top of that, just from my perspective, given my background from a scouting perspective, I thought the Chiefs reached, if anything, within the draft. So I would not take him early at all. I completely agree with everyone else.
Mile before. It was
Blake.
mile before in the draft.
Blake, I wanna definitely not only ask you to subscribe and prescribe to that Rumboyz.com articles that I was talking about earlier. Check out those draft grades that we just dropped. I would defer to my editors at this point. NFC East and AFC South have dropped, correct,
I
fellas?
believe so.
Yeah, I dropped the AFC South, and we at least got one of the NFC Easts out, but I don't know if the other ones are out there yet. Actually, I haven't checked. I was out looking at houses today, so
I know. No. Obviously.
I've been doing schoolwork all day.
But I mean, we are gonna get the rest out to you guys. But just so you guys know, you can head to rumboyz.com. We do have articles up there for you to check out and indulge to. And at this given moment, we go to Blitzed with Blake. Representing his brand, and it's a great brand, and I suggest you all check it out. Blake, once again, before you drop your take, and as I read this next question, I want you to head off your take with announcing your podcast, your shit, putting on for you. It's always great to bet on yourself, but I ask, guys, is former Texas and Seahawks D lineman Jadeveon Clowney playing himself right now by wanting at least 17 mil? Now, before I continue, he went from about 21 mil, and now he's asking for the 17.
Try 23. He wanted 23 at the beginning.
He wanted 23. Yeah, it went from 23 to 21.3 to now this 17. Is he playing himself, Blake?
Yeah, so obviously it started off. You guys can follow me on Twitter, BlitzWit, WIT Blake, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can all find me just by searching Blitz with Blake. It'll be a pink logo with me looking kind of like this. Little Robert De Niro face, if you will. But, you know, I think he is playing himself. And if anything, one of the things that, you know, for everyone that listens to my show regularly, one of the things that I always say is something that sets a great athlete apart from a good athlete is consistency. And it's tough to have consistency when you're not on the field, man. You're not on the field. He's not on the field. I mean, his best season is what? 9.5 sacks in a season. That's his best year. And he's supposed to be a guy that attacks the quarterback, breaks down a run early. Like, I just don't see that. I think he's playing himself. I don't think he's worth it until he can prove himself. Coming out of college, a lot of high, you know, regards to him and what he did. Obviously, he's known for that huge hit on Michigan when he was on South Carolina. That kind of propelled him up, I guess. But one of my things is just being that, you know, it's tough to have that consistency if you're not on the field. And if you're not going to be on the field, then, I mean, get ready to take a pay cut. That's just how it is. Playing himself.
Okay. I like it. Jake, let it rip.
I totally agree. And in this case, if he wants to argue for anything in terms of higher salary, a defensive end at the general level has to have sack numbers. I don't care. These run numbers don't add up to pay. You have to have the sack numbers.
I mean, he has a pressure. He has a pressure if we want to look at it from the PFF standpoint. But I mean, you're correct. His sacks.
Negotiations means nothing.
Yeah.
You only have this many sacks. You haven't had 10 sacks in a season. Okay, you're not our guy. Sorry.
9.5 is for sure his best season. 100%.
Yeah,
I know
see
that.
And they're like, well,
Yeah, it
you're a
is.
sack guy, and the negotiations are there. Like, well, you didn't get there. Why didn't you get there? You should have let us have that minus 5 yard advantage on our defense right there. Instead, no, it's a pressure. Okay, fine. We don't have you're no value to us at that level. So yeah, he's definitely playing himself here, no doubt.
Short of love.
Yeah, I don't understand the Jadeveon Clowney hate. He's a good edge rusher. While he's not the best pass rusher, he stops the run at a prolific rate. Throughout his career, let me just double check on this. He started 66 out of his 75 games, only played 4 games his rookie year, has 32 career sacks, and how many TFLs? Yeah, 71. That's up there with some of the best in the league when it comes to TFLs. He's good at it. When it comes to rushing the passer, when he's on the field consistently, he's good at it. Again, availability is the best key when it comes to paying a player. You want him to be on the field. Jadeveon Clowney isn't that. I understand that. That's why he marked his number down from 23 to about 17. I personally pay him about 15. Come down just a little bit more, I'll take you. Cool. 3 years, 45 mil. Cool. I'll have it. I want you for that. Cool. I kind of think he's being disrespected because when he is on the field, he's one of the best edge rushers in the league, no doubt. That I just think there is that little thing when it comes to his durability. Just don't hate on him for being a great player just because he's not on the field consistently.
No, I like I said, I 100% agree. It's just kind of, going back to my point being that what sets a good player apart from a great player is consistency, and it's tough to have the consistency when you're not on the field. I won't argue that. When he's on the field, he's a fucking monster. He definitely is. But it's getting him on the field that is a fucking issue at this point.
Yes.
And negotiations come down to sack numbers for edge rushers, let's be honest.
Not necessarily. It's not always sack numbers. I mean, you look at Devon Kennard, just got 10 mil a season from the Arizona Cardinals, getting 6 sacks in one season. That's all he's done as an edge rusher. Before that, he was an inside linebacker. 9.5 sacks isn't bad. It's above league average. I think league average for a starting edge rusher is 6, 5.
Yeah, but that's Clowney's best season. He doesn't average that for his career.
Okay, yeah, but when you look at him, when he plays 1 year he played 13 games and he only started 9. He had 4.5.
I'll tell you why he had success, but when it gets to my turn.
Yeah, he had 4.5 when he started 9 games. He had 6 when he started 14. Well, only season he played all 16 games, 9.5, and then the next season he started 14 and it was 9. He's consistent when he's on the field and he's good.
Let's let Bogart go.
You're muted, Bogart. You're still muted.
Yeah, you're still muted. Okay.
What?
There you go. You're good.
Oh, okay. All right, I will say this much. I wanted to be Ninja Bogart on that one. Check this out. Am I alive? Am I alive?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, cool. Because, sometimes I'll be slipping through dimensions. You know what I mean? Listen, I will say Clowney just fucks up every play. He might not get a sack. He just fucking wrecking shop somehow. You know what I mean? So I think that's worth $17 million. You know what I mean? He's just fucking wrecking shop. He might not, and you said he is super active in the run game. Phenomenal. And you know what I mean? He might not be the greatest, sack number stacker or whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be an analyst, right? Whatever yes, stack number. Yeah, he be clowning. Just in general, he's clowning, bro. He fucks up the play. He's just disruptive. You know what I mean? He's a great second addition to get to my point.
Right. And that kind of goes along with my point. He's a great second addition. The reason he had a lot of success in those seasons with the Texans was because J.J. Watt was seeing double teams on the other side.
Merciless had Merciless there too.
Whitney Merciless had a Pro Bowl season, so his numbers kind of dipped up a little bit just because of that. But
back in the Texans, you mean?
Yeah, back in the Texans days. If you look at the way he produced with Seattle, like you said, tackles for loss has always been really good. But it does go back to what Blake was saying. He has to stay healthy or stay on the field for that matter. So I do like what you said, though, Jay Love, with that $15 million. I think that's a perfect price for him. I said a couple of months back that he'd probably stay with Seattle, and they're looking at $13 million. But them and Tennessee right now are kind of in a bidding war, I guess. And I think that 15 is that magic number to get him signed. It just depends on which team's going to do it.
He be fucking the play up. When he's on the field, he fucks it up.
He's extremely disruptive. But his lack of sacks is worrisome for the position he does play. So I don't think it's worth that 17 mil. And he's totally playing himself. But he isn't in a rush because, like I said, there's a bidding war going on between at least 2 teams for him right now. So, the injury stuff is a big concern, though.
The main issue I have with Jadeveon Clowney and him going to Seattle in general, he's not a 4-3 end. He's a 3-4 outside linebacker. You can even
then he's playing out of position everywhere, and he's marketing himself as that, and that's what he's going to play.
On the Texans, he was playing as a 3-4 outside linebacker. That's what he was playing. He was good. That's when he had his best seasons. This past year, played 14 games, started 11, only had 3.5 sacks. His pressure rate was even down. His TFLs were down. His stopping the run, down. He's a 3-4 outside linebacker. I don't want to see him go to a 4-3. If you look at possible spots
on the Texans, they moved him around. They even had him blitzing through the nose, and they put him on the outside. They used him everywhere. And they would switch him and JJ interchangeably. So I can see what you're talking about there.
That's what I like when you're moving him around. I think if you have to sit him in a position, it's a 3-4 outside linebacker better than a 4-3 end. And Seattle didn't use him like that.
He be fucking it up.
He sat in the 4-3 and he can drop back in coverage. Let's not forget that. He's decent in coverage. He never dropped back. He never moved around. He wasn't the chess piece that he is. And I just don't like him going back to Seattle in general.
Yeah, it'll be weird, I feel. He's testing free agency so hard.
Did everyone go?
Yeah.
I may or may have not overindulged. He's still a free agent, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still a free agent.
How ignorant was that question? I'm sorry. Go on.
Anyone can land him really quick. I just want to let people know you can. I don't know, whatever service you have in terms of like, hey, whatever, you can talk into your Xfinity remote. You can say YouTube, Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Yep. My son,
our
1 years old, he be just, he be like trying to copy us and shit. Fucking love it.
You know, you can talk into your phone. I have to make sure. Hang on, because my phone will actually do it. Yeah, you can say Google podcast, Rumboyz Fantasy Network podcast, and you can bring us up. I had to make sure that shit didn't do it. But yeah, check us out. It's easy as you talking to whatever you have in your house. We're at that point. So yeah, like interact, holler at us, spread that love. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going here into the Rumboyz After Dark show, the most lit drunk sports talk show on the internet, period. Except for Miles because he failed us tonight. Because he didn't go to the store.
The Peacock never fails us.
I drank all my beers yesterday.
Hey, are you mocking tomorrow? Are you down for mock all night?
Yeah, I'm doing a rookie draft that's going on right now, but it's a slow draft, so I mean that's no big deal. I can definitely mock. Just let me know what time.
No, you're mocking on screen tomorrow.
Oh, we're doing it on screen. Well, it just depends. Let me know what time.
Booze. Go get.
Are we doing a Zoom jump off?
Do I need to get you a mask? Do I need to find a way to overnight you a mask? One
Yeah,
that says
probably.
Rumboyz.com right over the face.
Hey, that'd be bad. Not gonna lie.
That would be badass though. For
with the tongue, with the R, with the tongue sticking out.
Give me one with like a gold tooth. Like
we're doing it. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Let's get into the next topic here for tonight. Are the Jacksonville Jaguars showing early signs of tanking with QBs Dalton and Newton still available? Miles.
I don't think they're tanking. I think they like Minshew. I think that they themselves are in love with the Minshew. Everybody else, yeah, just like everybody else, he's gonna slice you and dice you against you. Although he did have a terrible game in London against my Texans where they turned him into minced meat. But I wrote an article about that, I think, on Rumboyz. But anyway, yeah, I think that they're all in on Minshew right now. Anyway, at least for the short time being, they're going to give him another year, see what they got. They brought in some other weapons. They drafted Laviska Shenault, which I love. He's going to get playing time right away. That's the word on the street right now. So I think that they brought him in to kind of help it relieve the pressure, get the ball away quickly when Minshew's in trouble. And they're going to do something at the running back position because it doesn't look like they're keeping Fournette.
They didn't pick up his option. They didn't pick up his option.
Yeah, so let's see what happens with that. Now, that move will tell us what's probably going to happen for next year, but I think that they're still trying to move forward and build. It's not a total tank, but that Jaguars organization looks like it could be a total tank sometimes, all the time anyway, when you watch them play. So they had Blake Bortles in there, and they almost made it to a damn Super Bowl. So, that organization's a little bit of an enigma as far as what they're doing talent-wise, but I don't think that they're going to straight out try to tank.
Okay, so maybe they're not so much an enigma on defense at least, right? Because they know how to.
Oh, they drafted well.
Yes, they know how to put that defense together. But I don't know why are we really like doubting the Ginsu, the mustache himself? Like, are we? Come on, Minshew, the Ginsu, jorts. You know what I'm talking about? The jean shorts. Like, I love the kid. And with Jay Gruden, come on, bro. Robbie, the Admiral. 3 consecutive 5,000-yard passing outings for Kirk Cousins with no, apparent run game? I'm just saying, with Jay Gruden there, I love the Ginsu. In fantasy-wise, at least. But in reality, I totally agree. It looks like that on paper. And then yes, you have the Andy Dalton correlation where Andy Dalton had success with one Jay Gruden. You know what I mean? Like, so I wouldn't be surprised if he lands there and then wins the job. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll be familiar with the system. Because obviously, for a young QB like the Ginsu, it'll be a new system he has to learn. And if they bring in the red rifle, goddamn, he might pick it up fast. I don't know. I'm not. Am I too bullish? Am I too bullish?
Cam's just sitting there in an empty Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house. Like, how come nobody want me, man? Like, I don't know. Like,
I like Cam. I like Cam in New England because I can remember Josh McDaniels with Tim Tebow. But that's another episode.
That's a whole other era.
I'm saying, am I too bullish on the Ginsu?
I was kind of down on him on one of the
He
shows.
flashed a lot.
Yeah, he did. He was young. It was tough for him to kind of get in there. It wasn't expected to start off right away, and famously Foles with this big dick throws a touchdown and ends up breaking a collarbone or whatever it is. But still, I mean, he wasn't expected to go in there and perform, and he did well. He garnered enough success when he was on the field as a quarterback.
How many touchdowns have we seen his mustache throw, bro? His mustache, bro,
I think they're
throws
24.
TDs, bro.
That's quite a bit.
24?
I think so.
That's not
Bro,
bad.
am I too bullish? Am I too bullish on him? Now pair him with Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden don't even like throwing. He don't even like not throwing.
He throws 20 touchdowns. I'll go just to a stash. By the way.
Yes.
Else will go.
Thank you, Jake.
Just
If he can keep the football in his hands and not turn it over, he'll be much
21.
improved. He'll be a much improved.
Damn, 21 even. And they took
21
him out. They even took him out. Like he didn't even play 16. What did he play? Like 9, 10, 11,
They're like 13.
13? That's fair.
Who's sake is it? 'Cause it sound like Miles and Bo.
It's J Love. It's J Love, right?
J-Lo.
Yeah,
J-Lo that
I think they're tanking. I mean, I'm just looking at what they're doing with the team. The interior of the offensive line is falling apart. They paid high for them. Look at the defense. I mean, their best player is definitely Yannick Ngakoue on this whole team. He doesn't want to be there at all. And there's no trade value, so they don't want to get rid of him. That's a huge demoralizer, considering that apparently that locker room loves him. Miles Jack got hurt last year. Telvin Smith just got arrested, and they were hoping he was going to come back and complete that linebacking core.
Yeah, that shit.
No, that's wrong.
So who are they going to start at that third linebacking core? Cassius Marsh? No, that's not good. Their second corner, Trey Herndon, DJ Hayden? No. Starting at safety, Gerard Wilson? No. That defense is not good. Don't give me the offensive line is fine. I like Juwan Taylor. I like Cam Robinson. AJ Cann's not bad.
Oh my gosh.
On paper, the line is good. They just haven't been playing well. If you look at their wide receivers, they don't really have that guy. I like Colin Johnson, who they just picked up. Laviska Shenault's a weapon. I like Raquel Armstead out of Temple, who they brought in. That's a good depth running back. But they're probably going to trade Leonard Fournette. By that alone, that shows me that they're tanking. They're trading away their offense. They rode Fournette last year, even if he didn't have a good average. They rode him. They gave him the ball. It's what they did. That shows me in itself that they're tanking, or they completely believe in Minshew, which I don't believe for a second.
So, I'm in agreement in a way with the fact that they're tanking as a team. I don't know if they're giving up on Minshew, though. I think it's one of those things. It's not going to be fun this year. We lost a lot of talent on both sides of the ball, and we're going to figure it out. But at this point, they either trust him and know this will be a rough year for him to develop, or they're willing to say, okay, it's not going to be great. We're going to find a quarterback. I think they know in their organization if he's a guy they want to build on next year going forward, but next year does not look great for their roster. So if you want him to really show out next year, I wouldn't expect it. But I don't know what they feel about him long term. Because next year is not going to be a reflection of what he should be doing based on what they're doing with that roster.
The offense isn't bad. It's the defense.
Yeah, I think one of the things that
Really, he said the offense isn't bad. It's the defense. I'm sorry, BWB. My bad.
No, it's all good. I mean that defense is straight cheeks for sure.
I love that.
I think something that speaks volumes is the fact that as soon as Nick Foles was like ready to go, they just put him back in. Like that just shows you the low level of confidence I think they truly have in Gardner Minshew. Granted, I am a huge proponent of the fact that Nick Foles is a straight backup quarterback forever.
He's the most legendary.
God damn! Listen,
Backup.
I invite you on this show for a reason.
Bro.
He is the greatest backup quarterback for
Yes,
sure.
thank you.
That's what he will always be. Which is
He's the
something
white Doug Williams.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And that's something me and Robbie talked about on my show. We talked about how funny it was that the Bears are constantly fucking around with backup quarterbacks. Like, it's how it is. And I think it speaks volumes for the fact that they're like, oh, Nick, you're ready to go, bud? All right, let's get you out there, big shooter. Let's get it. Like, it makes no sense to me.
I love how all these Bears fans are putting all their faith in Nick Foles like he's Jesus or something. Like, he's not that good. Calm down.
Jesus loves him, bro.
You have 2 backup quarterbacks on your roster. That's what you truly have.
Well, you look
I
at Mitchell,
said it.
It just caught on. You gotta
One
throw him
is
out there.
is
You might
Trubisky
get
even a
10 more
quarterback?
ticket sales, right?
Is Trubisky even a quarterback at this point?
Good point, Jake.
Well, I believe there was a Monday Night Football game where Chris Collinsworth, Trubisky scrambled, and Collinsworth,
Sunday
swear
night.
look it up. He says, you know, Trubisky, he played some 7th grade running back, and that helps him out a lot. Collinsworth, if 7th grade running back helps Trubisky scramble in the NFL, then hey, give me a contract, bud.
Against Christian McCaffrey, huh? I think I've seen that highlight.
Like, it's dumb, and I don't know. It's something that me and Robbie talked about on my show.
BWB. What is your team? I'm just curious.
I'm a Steelers fan, unfortunately.
Okay. No, go on.
Yeah.
Not unfortunately. Don't say unfortunately, dude. You have one of the greatest coaches in the
went
game.
into a huge debate with somebody the other day about the Steelers.
No, hey, I will say this. I said from the get-go, based off of my scouting reports that I wrote, my dad's a Steelers fan too. He called me and he said, well, who do you think we're going to take in the 2nd round? I said, well, we probably need a fucking quarterback, but I bet you $100 we take a wide receiver. And we did. And
Did he pay up? We
took
to me, Chase Claypool
Yeah.
profiles as a tight end in the NFL.
Well, here's my argument is everyone's like, you know, I know the draft perspective on him was, oh, he's a big, fast guy, whatever. In my opinion, it's like, great. Well, if Big Ben goes down, who's going to throw the ball to him? I mean, Mason Rudolph's coming back in the huddle, and he's like, hey, Chase, listen, man, I know you're pretty new, but just, I don't know, turn around after 7 yards, and I'm just going to throw it high, and hopefully you jump and catch it, and kind of float in the air forever.
I gotta ask something.
Okay.
At what point where moves are just happening, that are just coming to you, that you should be concerned?
Specifically.
Review. I went Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Hopkins, Aaron Jones.
Oh, nice. Oh, so we're back to your dynasty. Okay.
Yeah, Julio Jones.
Okay. Love it.
And I just went Mark Andrews in a tight end
Love it.
league.
Love it.
And
He's in a Greg Roman system. He's the possession receiver. He's the tight end is the possession. Look. Go on.
At what point is this shit too good to be true?
Bro, I made the phone call. I made the phone call.
Drew Lock, my Drew Lock plan fucked me. They were probably listening to the show and they're like, "Oh, fuck this dude."
Boom, boom, boom. The quarterback run.
But that's a good thing. There's pros and cons to that. It's a good thing that they're tuning in right here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Good spin.
I know, right? I know. I'm the soundboard guy. I'm all waiting for it. I'm all posing.
Wait.
Thank you, Miles.
One thing I want to
back.
mention when I say Chase Claypool's a tight end, by the way, because I hear you have a scouting background. He ran a 4.45, which is good.
He'll
He
be on
doesn't
the
show that.
board. DJ Shark is still available. I'm gonna skip out on Cooper Cup and I'm gonna go and get DJ.
Bro, get the Ginsu.
To me, he
Get
doesn't.
later. Way later, get the Ginsu. I'm sorry.
He looks like
Jonathan.
he looks like a 4.6, 4.7 guy to me on tape, and that's why I think he's a tight end. That's just me. And I just saw a comment that said Calvin Johnson was profiled as a tight end. Calvin Johnson showed the 4.3 speed on tape. He did.
I know.
No,
Come on.
I-
Calvin Johnson is the.
I
have-
100% agree, and that
Calvin Johnson had 1,000 yards in a triple option offense.
that is
for real.
it's like that's 100% one of the things that I brought up when so my dad was asking me a ton of questions because like of my scouting background. He was curious what I thought, and that was something that I said. I thought it was a reach. I didn't quite understand the pick at all, and from my perspective, that is exactly where Claypool is at. I think he is a tight end, and
Yes.
And Vance McDonald hasn't panned out. You know what I mean? They brought over Eric Ebron, who I like to call
Fucking
frying
Eric
pan hands.
Ebron.
I call
Eric Ebron.
I call him frying pan hands.
Like,
You know what I mean?
We're going completely off the cuff here, really quick. I'm sorry to cut you off on what you're probably about to say, and I do encourage you and I implore you to continue that. But I do have to ask because you do come from that scouting background. Thaddeus Moss, undrafted free agent, UFDA to the Washington
That's
Redskins.
Here comes J Love. Here comes J Love.
Okay.
I want this to
This is the Redskins. He does play for the Redskins. He is with the Redskins.
This is Jalen versus Blake, and I have it on my big screen. Let's go. Ding, 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 ding.
You can go ahead and finish with that Chase Claypool thing first before we get into this.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So basically, the whole thing with Chase Claypool is my opinion is that we don't need another guy like that, and I think it's hilarious that Art Rooney Jr. There's several things that he's done that I don't agree with as a Steelers fan. I mean, number one, the fact that at the end of the year he said, Mason Rudolph, this is a guy, I think he said in a press conference, I think Mason Rudolph is a quality quarterback. I think this is a guy that can play in the future. He just got put in a tough situation. My question's this. Was the tough situation that he fucking played, bud? I mean, like, that's the tough situation in reality, right? Like, he's not a good quarterback.
He got CTE from that helmet whack. That's what that was.
He's got a fucking squash head and he's walking around. Like, that's his issue. Like, he's not a good quarterback. And then to pick up Claypool, it didn't make any sense. We're in a position where I think Big Ben, you need someone that can throw the ball if Big Ben's out. And we have two backup quarterbacks that are throwing beach balls around the yard. That's just how it is.
Okay, yeah. And then I agree. Like, I'm not in on the Steelers this year. I think you guys are going to go 7-9, 6-10, maybe 8-8 if you're good. Just looking at your schedule, I'm not trying to hate.
That defense is good, though.
You have
The
a good
defense
defense.
is good.
I don't trust your offensive line.
They would have been in the playoffs last season if it
Your
was.
offensive line is aging. Your defensive line is in shambles after Stephon Tuitt left and then Javon Hargrave. All you have left is Cameron Hayward. That's just me.
100% agree.
That's just where I'm at.
Agree.
And I don't expect Joe Hayden to have that same year he had last year. He was great.
Hell
He's
no.
33. He had an all-pro caliber year. He's 33 now. Let's calm down.
Almost as old as I am.
But yeah, going on to what Robbie was asking about Thaddeus Moss and him about being an undrafted free agent. First of all, not my best UDFA tight end available. Hunter Bryant didn't get drafted, who I had pegged as a fourth rounder. Shocking to me. But yeah, Thaddeus Moss is a blocking tight end. That's what he is. Decent hands, but he profiles as a blocker. He's an unathletic tight end. Ironic, because he's Randy Moss's son. He's not athletic. He's a little undersized for a tight end, but he's too big to be a wide receiver and not athletic enough to be a wide receiver. He's in that tweener role, but he's not good enough to be a receiver or talented or big enough to be a tight end. He reminds me of an H-back. That's what he is, and I think that's what he'll play for the Redskins.
Are we putting any validity in the fact that it's Scott Turner, North Turner's son? Speaking of sons, right?
Yeah,
that system feeds. It feeds a tight end.
I like Caleb Wilson more than I like Thaddeus Moss for the system. Caleb Wilson is an athletic tight end who almost is a wide receiver out of UCLA last year. I had him as a fourth or fifth rounder who fell to the seventh round. He was Mr. Irrelevant. He had over 1,000 yards his last year. UCLA, great receiver. Got put on a practice squad by the Cardinals, even though he should have been rostered. He got moved, and the Redskins picked him up, knowing that he has the potential to be the starting tight end this year after Jordan Reed leaves.
Bro, Moss is absolutely positively going to be a starting tight end this year. 100%.
You don't like the sprinkler? What about the sprinkler system?
Nobody likes Jeremy Sprinkle? Come on.
Yeah, the sprinkler system.
Jeremy Sprinkle. Coming from a Redskins fan, I'm not entertaining that talk.
The sprinkler system.
Just joking around.
The sprinkler system is just that.
This could just be
when
me.
you wake up. It's like when you wake up in the morning
It comes in spurts.
and you're at the end of your
It comes in spurs. I like that.
you're at the end of your 20s, entering your 30s. That's just like that motherfucking catching shit, alright?
Robbie's on that. We want that Rand, West Virginia, and Virginia.
Yeah, I want that. I like having a Moss bloodline. Yes, I'm high on it.
Can we do a shot for Jordan Reed?
Look,
Can we just do a shot for
Robbie,
Jordan Reed?
Not for Thaddeus Moss and Jordan Reed.
I am
There's a lot of those
sorry.
from pain and injuries
Jordan
and
Reed
stuff.
won me a
If
championship
Thaddeus
back in, like,
Moss, his
2015.
name is not. If his last name is not Moss, he's
Yeah,
not.
you're
He's
right.
not on a roster right now. He's not.
Yo, let him be on my roster.
Okay.
Hey!
Don't plan on him having a big impact.
Yo,
Other than being a
let my
blocker.
man have a big impact. How about that?
Let's preference this though. We're
Wait,
talking
wait,
reality.
wait,
We're talking in reality, Rum Boys
Blake,
and girls.
Blake, no, Blake.
What?
Blake is
BWB. What you got?
Blake is about to side with J Love. I feel it.
100%. He's a blocking tight end. That's what he is.
I'm pouring up.
I'm ready for
I mean,
that.
granted, there's athleticism there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a Division I athlete, but like to say that he's going to be a huge difference maker in the receiving game is a fucking stretch.
Thank you.
I think.
Thank you.
Let
Man,
You wanted a receiving tight end? Hunter Bryant.
Let Kyle Allen or Haskins work. Whoever starts.
It's
I don't
gonna
know.
be Haskins.
It's
They
gonna
want-
Andy Golden underneath.
are we segueing into our man Alex Smith?
No, we're about to. Yes, we are. We're gonna go ahead and hit the cheers because you asked for a cheers.
Yeah, you're right. Shout out to Jordan Reed. You are part of my fraternity. You've won me championships back in the days. I'm always gonna love you.
2015
No,
to 14.
Yep,
Yeah,
2015.
It's cool. I'm partially hurt, but it's cool. That is.
Rick.
And shout out to the sprinkler system.
Fuck you, Jeremy Sprinkle. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum Boys and girls will do. Pick up
Dude.
Rick.
Pick up Ricky! Give me money!
Oh,
Give
shit.
me money. Yo,
Damn, we can't hold this thing straight. There you go.
salute.
Pickle Rick. Somewhere in there.
Robbie
Shout out
is
to
pro
Pickle Rick.
Rand representation in the Redskins building right now. He's waiting for it.
This motherfucker has no hands or
Rand,
legs.
West Virginia mentality.
If he makes.
You know what though? Be about your team though. Be about it.
I'm getting a Moss jersey.
Okay, Robbie, here's one question real quick
Come on,
before we
man.
move on.
Don't waste the $60.
Before we move on, you know what? All the Rum Boys and girls out there, you know what? Actually, you don't even have to ask the Rum Boys and girls. Right now, just somewhere in the world, Justin, in his back pocket, he has a Moss jersey for you right now.
In his trench coat.
For real.
Robbie, this is not even me trying to be like
I hope you
annoying.
add him in that.
Look, I'm not even trying to be annoying right now. Save the money. Do not spend $60 to $80 on this jersey. Do not do it.
J Love, you let my guys be my guys. By the way, Terry McLaurin's about to fall to me in this draft.
Oh,
Terry McLaurin, the Scottish lad. Fire up the bagpipes.
he doesn't look Scottish.
No, but his name is like Irish or Scottish. So you know I come up with the ignorant nicknames.
Miles, please kick it off with you. Let's take it. Meet you in the South. It's going
Down.
That's your thing. But it's going down. Are the Jacksonville Jaguars showing early signs of tanking with QB?
We went there.
We're going there.
No, did we
already
go
did
there?
it. We already did it.
Okay, good. Because I'm definitely not on mushrooms tonight. I thought I was in a
We
vortex.
did it, boy.
No, we did this one.
I
We talked
thought I
about
was in a vortex.
You did not do shrooms for tonight's episode. I got it.
Yeah. No, but are we in the vortex? Am I or do I have the Grey's
You didn't
Almanac?
let me do my job.
Okay, go on.
How would you do it right and actually get on the right topic then? Dang.
Thank you. I was like, am I crazy? Am I crazy?
You have
I don't know
one
if that
job.
happened.
God.
We
We already
covered
did
that. Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what though? You feel free to yell at me all the time because I for sure deserve it.
If anybody does, it's you.
You ain't lying.
I push Robbie's buttons on purpose.
No, but look, call me crazy. We definitely covered that, right?
I'm muting
Yeah, we did.
all of you motherfuckers.
All right, fuck. Because I was about to say I have mad disrespect to the admiral. I'm already swabbing the deck. I'm like,
Dude, please.
You're on the poop deck.
Jordan, you shut the fuck up too.
Our keeper's there as well.
It's
Jake,
like the reel around the horn.
yeah, I'm about to do it around the horn. I'm doing it around the horn. All right. So, are the Jacksonville Jaguars showing early signs of tanking with QBs Dalton and Newton still available?
Yeah, we talked about that one.
Oh, fuck.
We did. That's what I said. That's what I said. I think that they were kind of in on Minshew, and then we went around the table.
What?
And we started talking about free agents and shit.
Why should you let them be right?
I don't know. I already gave my take though. I think that they're gonna go in on Minshew. I don't think they're.
it was a perfect segue. We're talking about the sprinkler system and Redskins. It was a perfect Alex Smith.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I love you, Robbie. I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm just trying to make sure I'm coherent. Even to be honest with you, I'm like, did I hear? And do I?
It was
I'm
a thing.
like Blake right now.
It happened. It was a thing. Yo, could Alex Smith or Redskins QB Alex Smith possibly return to the team? Rumor is he's focused on getting.
I'm so glad I'm not insane. I'm like, thank you, Rumboyz. I thought I was crazy. You know I got you know what I'm dealing with. I got
Get back to the field. He's gonna get back to the field.
All right, what was the question?
Alex Smith.
Is Alex Smith? He shouldn't come. He shouldn't come back to play. I mean, I don't care if he can come back to play or he wants to. He just shouldn't. That's the horrible leg injury. I don't know if you saw the picture that was floating around on Twitter or social media. It was disgusting. I'm sorry. We know that the Redskins can't.
I love Alex Smith.
We know that the Redskins can't keep anybody healthy on that team, unfortunately, bro. Like, you're taking a risk by playing for that organization because you might get hurt and not recover from it ever. With the situations that have been going on there. So I don't think he should come back. I love Alex Smith, though. He's a great QB. You know, he's very underrated. But he shouldn't come back to play football. He should just retire.
The greatest game manager we've ever seen.
Yeah. I saw him play live. He's great when he played with the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, fellas, after that take, I am going to have to bounce. I'm going to go spend some time with my wife because she's probably going to start giving me dirty looks in a minute anyway. So you guys can follow me.
Shout out to Mrs. Peacock.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks.
hey. I love you, brother, and I appreciate you, brother. And thank
Appreciate
you.
you guys, too. Love you guys.
I want to
Hey,
speak to you
Blake,
in
Blake,
bird
Blake,
language.
We do it every time, dude. It's not getting annoying at all. So,
You know what? I love it because I couldn't tell if that's sarcastic or not, but I'll take it. I love it.
just keep doing it, dude. Just keep doing it. You're like my hype man, so it's all good. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at @FF_Peacock. That's a fantasy football peacock. Of course, check us out at Rumboyz.com, Rumboyz with a Z. You can find all our articles, myself and J Love pushing out content with some of our other writers. We do have all of those draft grades that we got. So once again, appreciate you guys for having me on.
Stop sleeping on Muscle Up Miles on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone follow. Come on. You never plugged that, bro. Come on.
Yeah, muscle_up_miles on Instagram. That's back from my CrossFit days and when I owned a gym and all that stuff. But you can see some of my personal fun things when I go to Houston and do stuff with the family. So
My skinny ass is paying attention to that page, so I can get.
Hey,
you
bro.
know what I'm saying?
I actually do I do a lot of edits and stuff like that. So if you want to see like one of your players in a jersey from another team or something like that, I throw those up there every now and then too. So hit me up, and once again, stay safe, guys. Appreciate you for having me on.
Love you,
I
Miles.
appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you do, and I hope you have a great night.
Likewise,
and
brothers.
Anything that you need, just let me know, okay?
Holla.
Shoot me the Addy. I'm gonna send you a care package.
I'll shoot you a text right now. I got your number, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Take it easy and appreciate y'all.
100.
All right.
Hey, yo,
Alex.
for real. That's just show that strength. That show that family. That show that unity. Jordan Love, drop your tape for this topic.
Did Bogart go?
No. J Love, please. The floor is yours.
I think Alex Smith needs to get more focused back on like just functioning and walking around without this huge metal pipe wrapped around his leg. Looking at his leg, it looks mangled. He has like 6 bumps coming off the leg where they should not be. It honestly, it looks like he got like ran over by a truck. That's what it looks like. It looks like somebody literally just ran over it and kept backing up over it and going over it and going over it and going over it. It's disgusting. Focus on just functioning and forget football. You made a life out of it. You made $25 million a season. At one point, you were the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. Take it, sit, live your life, have fun with your kids. Just please do not come back to football and get hurt.
Check this out. This is not a sponsor of the show, but I legit at one point back in 2013. You're saying my boys, they run Bloomsters. It's like it's a florist company.
I remember that shit.
Right? But they also do high-end decoration, like whether it's Christmas lights or whether it's Halloween decoration, right? So during Christmas, I legit put lights up on Alex Smith's house and Joe Staley's house, right? It's back in 2013, right? So I just want to preface to say that
49er,
so I met Alex Smith, hell of a guy. You know, after years of just shitting on him, you know what I mean? Like being upset with him, being our QB, right? But then, so now, that really had nothing to do with my take, right? But shout out to my crazy cousin Ryan. That's literally his name, crazy cousin Ryan. His best friend is Alex Smith's wife's best friend. And back in December, I remember my crazy cousin Ryan, he texted me, he goes, Alex Smith, he's driving again, right? Like, he barely learned how to walk, and now he's able to drive because he could press with that pedal, you know what I mean? Where it's like, damn, like, you know, just to get a little inside information type of shit, like, man, he barely learned how to walk again. Now he's driving, he's able to push a pedal, like, you know what I mean? And that was, last December. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I love Alex Smith. I love him in that quarterback room even because we've seen how he groomed one Patrick Mahomes. Like, remember Patrick Mahomes, his comp was Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? Where he's a gunslinger. He's going to throw a hella picks. He didn't throw a hella picks because he got to sit behind Alex Smith, who's one of the most safest with the ball. You know what I mean? So I feel like if Alex Smith just get to any type of way where he can at least like be on the field as a backup or just be in that room, you know what I mean? Like, I think it would help one Dwayne Haskins, you know what I mean? That's my take.
No, absolutely. Oh, no, not, and I
because he has one of the highest QB IQs in my opinion. He went through several coordinators with our Niners. You know what I mean? Like, people used to be like upset that we didn't get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers would have been on his back the same way Alex Smith was for years. But Alex Smith went through several coordinators, and by the time he got to Andy Reid, his quarterback intelligence was, you know what I mean, to a certain degree, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, he has some ism that he can lace up one young Dwayne Haskins Jr.
I want to shout out everyone on Sportscast, Lamas, Phils, the Next. You know, of course, Sportscast check us out themselves. Triple M dived in over there, gave us a view. Brian 5, Kyle LA 119.
Big up.
Much love. You know, of course, we got Street Least defense over here. We're pulling double digits so over on the YouTube. Connor Burke over, he dive off in that shit.
Shout out to Connor.
Make sure you guys check us out, rumboyz.com. Check out the whole family. Show much love. We are literally everywhere. Periscope, Twitter. Show us some love. Let's go ahead.
Because we love all y'all, for real.
Yeah. Yo, let's dive off into the next topic, though. With Taysom Hill receiving the tight end flex designation in fantasy football, could you see yourself stashing him on your roster this season? Blake, take it away.
Oh, man. It's finicky, right? So, I mean, he's one of those guys. I think what it really comes down to is who's going to set foot on the field if Drew Brees goes down again, right? Because if Taysom Hill is a tight end or a flex, you can't sub him in a quarterback. I mean, depending on what league you're in, I guess some of them.
Yeah, I think it's just
Yeah.
ESPN. I think ESPN's the only one that's offering that
Yeah.
so far.
No, he's being designated that way, like to my knowledge,
Yeah,
everywhere.
like I think
Yeah.
that's the only one, right? So far, at least, like as far as fantasy wise goes, like
I don't know if I don't know if I could stash him because when it comes
Alright.
down to, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I think what it comes down to is his numbers out of a tight end or a flex spot in a fantasy lineup. I don't think reserve a spot in your lineup, over someone you could potentially take. Another guy that doesn't play quarterback, I guess, in Taysom Hill's situation in his fucking spare time, really, is what it comes down to.
Okay.
I wouldn't use him as a flex. I mean, unless you get late and there's no one else there and you just see Taysom Hill sitting there. I mean, I'd take him maybe real late, maybe your last pick, but I just don't see a place for him really. And obviously it's something we'll get into later, but I just think it's a weird situation to be in for him.
oh, I thought it was a slap. I was gonna start gigging. I was like, oh.
Well, my take is on the last Rumcast, as we call it, right?
yes,
So,
yes.
yeah, I don't like him as a draftee at this point because he can have a week where he's using the red zone, gets 2 touchdowns, and blows away every tight end he could have there. And also weeks where he gets no touches and he's just that decoy. So I would not play him weekly in a league where you have to have him for a full season.
He's like a
Weekly
bye week
fantasy,
guy.
you see it, some of his
Clock
numbers,
mentional sportscaster.
Shout out to White Chocolate.
White chocolate.
WC.
Off yellow pass. But yeah, I just don't think he's a guy you play if you have to have the whole season on that roster sitting. It's not a guy, unless he gets really hot late in the season, you're like, well, I need something. Second week of a playoff run, and he's somehow still there. Everyone's failing, dropping, whatever, getting rid of their guys. Okay, take him, but I wouldn't touch him at any other spot right now.
I respect it. All right. I'm before we let Jordan Love go on his take. In terms of the office league that we've been talking up a lot, and we're getting that talked up a lot, 'cause that's just really going to be a thing.
Dynasty, right?
Yeah, it's going to be Dynasty. It's going to get really intense. It's
That's
gonna
so
get real
cool. I'm
cutthroat.
actually a part of the office. I'm like, oh, I'm in that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love it.
I worry about Jake because, like, if you notice the way that Jake drops his takes, especially if it's anything that could be long-term related, notice Jake kind of reserves.
Because
like-
he can't tell all the trade secrets. Come on, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
But like he
Come
found
on.
us. He found, yes, Jake did find us through breaking news, but like once Jake found out that like we did betting analysis, he was like, "I'm home. I'm
Here's the thing
home."
with my mentality on sports. I love combat sports. The amount of times cards have changed the day before.
Yeah.
Like, you had a dude training another dude in the UFC fight, and they're like, so you're a little overweight from 155. But
Now you gotta
fight
do
at
it against.
170?
But now you gotta do it against us in. You have to do it against us in fantasy football.
But no,
I mean-
it was James Klaus. It was like, well, who do I have to fight? Well, you have to fight in 12 hours. Can you weigh in right now? And he's like, yeah, I'll fight. And he fought the dude and lost in a decision that he should have won. But it's like, oh yeah, I'm used to the sport where it's like, never predict the future too much. Because you're going to get called while training your friend. Be like, can you cut like 4 pounds and fight in like 8 hours?
For
Yeah.
real.
I'll do it. Like, it's that type of thing.
Take
where
a
like,
massive dump real quick, huh?
Let's see what you got. You're the person. You're the person that I am afraid of. Bogart, go ahead. Your take. Taysom Hill, tight end, flex,
Okay.
destination.
This
Is he worth
isn't-
the pickup?
Honestly, I'd say no. Like, matter of fact, if I picked him up, I would be steady trying to throw him in package trades to someone who believed in it. Like, bro, I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and throw in Taysom Hill, bro. Your tight end game's weak, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, what is it? 7 pass attempts? Like, how many pass attempts does he even have?
Yeah, no, you're right.
To even make it fun, like to throw, like, come on, we all remember, who was it? Jalen Samuel. Remember that? Do you remember that from the Steelers? BWB. BWB. You remember Jalen Sam? Am I saying his name right?
Yeah, Jalen Samuels.
Remember when he was designated where he's basically a running back where he could throw him in a tight end? Like, everyone loved that. This is not that case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jalen Samuels is weird. He's like a scat back where they throw him around a lot of different spots.
That one year they designated him where you could throw him in that joint.
Yeah.
In this case, I think ESPN so far is the only one that's designating the what is it, TE slab, whatever flex.
I've seen him everywhere being put that way.
You know what? I would speak on it around people I'm trying to hit with the 42 fake. How about that? In fantasy, because fantasy is war. You know what I mean? In this case, this show, we're trying to help people in their fantasy leagues. So I'll say this. In your fantasy leagues, all the Rumboyz and girls.
Wait, do you want to evaluate this one when it gets closer? Before you say what you're going to say, do you want to evaluate this one when it gets closer to time?
Well, there is. I could preface this on this question. The question that the Jameis Winston thing that we're about to talk about soon. You know what I mean? I could say that the fact they have Jameis Winston allows them to use Taysom Hill, I'm sorry, as a goddamn Swiss Army knife type of makeshift fucking extra much. Like it's like me. Imagine me on the field. I'm definitely like a Taysom Hill. You know what I mean? Like, throw me in the mix. They're like, watch this motherfucker right here. You know what I mean? Other than that, it's just fun. That's all it really is. It's just fun to plug them in. No, I'm not doing it in fantasy.
You said, no, I'm not doing it. And are you doing? And is that the same with Jameis as well for you as well?
No,
because it sounds like that. It sounds like that.
I love if I had Drew Brees. I would probably hold on. If I had room, I would hold on to my man. They call him Famous Jameis. I call him Infamous Winston. I would hold on to my man Infamous Winston just in case. If I was to go that route.
Wait, here, by the way.
We go to Blake.
Yeah.
We go to Blake. We go to Blake. We go to Blake.
Yeah.
Right here.
BWB.
Right now, represent for your Blitz crew.
I got skipped, but
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is your love. I'm sorry. Yeah. I hate disrespecting my elders because we definitely did come from BWB earlier.
Yeah.
We definitely did. Yeah.
I think I was the first one to go.
Yeah.
So wait, yeah.
J-Love.
It goes to J-Love. It goes to J-Love. J-Love.
Damn, I disrespected my elders way too much.
Who takes over a Breeze, Winston or Hill?
I'm probably gonna go with Jameis. I just think that Taysom Hill.
Oh, we're on the new topic.
Okay, honestly, neither. Let me put it this way: neither. I don't think either of them are the heir apparent to Drew Brees. I think Jameis Winston is probably going to learn, find out he's not going to be the guy, and then he's going to move on. Out of those two, I think Jameis Winston is more of a quarterback than Taysom Hill. Will I roster Taysom Hill? No, not at all. He's probably the 4th tight end on that depth chart behind. They have Jared Cook still. They have Josh Hill, and they just drafted a tight end in the 3rd round named Adam Troutman. He's a Division II guy from Dayton. Probably in some guys' boards, he was a top tight end in the class. So there's that. I mean, 4th tight end, I don't want that.
I know, right? He's like, I feel like they're just putting their designation tag on him to make motherfuckers go crazy. And like, I will.
No, I think he is a tight end. If I had to label him at a position, I would put him
I'm talking about as far as like fantasy.
He's had more career catches and run attempts than pass attempts. He's thrown 7 passes.
Didn't Pat McAfee reference something? He said Jameis Winston has more completions to the Saints offense or defense, or just the Saints in general than Taysom Hill.
That injury history too of snapping his leg 3 times in 4 years.
They were all in college.
Yeah, it's still a concern where it's like. Yeah,
they were all like freak accidents.
You snapped your leg 3 times, man, and it was early in the season. You can't even say it was like wear and tear. You tore your ACL early, you broke your leg early, and you snapped your ankle early.
I mean, yeah, but all those injuries. Okay, other than the ACL injury, both of those are freak accidents. You don't just you don't wear down a leg to break it. It just breaks unless you have osteoporosis or some type of arthritis. It doesn't happen.
I mean, I hope you're right.
Damn.
And it doesn't matter. He's paid what?
He said
$6 million guaranteed?
osteoporosis.
Good for him.
Yeah, I want to hear
Big
Jake.
words.
Go ahead, Jake.
I'm talking about Taysom Hill's injuries and when he did have a big snap load, and his career was quick seasoning injuries 3 years in a row in college at BYU.
None of us are really worried about Jason.
Yeah, no, he's not fantasy relevant.
Are we on Jameis now?
Yeah, I mean, is there going to be an impact, or what do you expect for the future? Who takes over? All we're doing is bold predictions. Who takes over? We can rapid fire this one. Who do we start with?
Well, J Love just ran.
Yeah.
Bogart starts.
Okay, all right.
Fuck it.
So
we're gonna go rapid fire. We're gonna go rapid fire. You have 5 seconds to pick one. Who takes over after Drew Brees this
my
year?
man, infamous Winston.
Listen. Drew Brees signs a contract with NBC next year. It's definite.
It's waiting for him.
Winston, Hill, around the horn. 5 seconds. Go.
Infamous Winston. And
J-Love.
I have a theory. I also have a theory that he thought he could fool people that with his glasses because he's really a dumbass, and he thought he could fool people because people with glasses look smart. So he had to get LASIK.
You got his LASIK. He's good.
Yeah. So because he wasn't fooling no one. Boom.
J-Love.
I'm gonna go with neither. I don't think either of them have the just ability to diagnose a defense that Sean Payton's gonna want.
All right, so we're gonna tank and figure out something next year. Then I guess. Jake.
Neither. I don't think Winston signs for $1.1 million again to prove himself.
All right. I'm not on either of your takes. Blake.
Winston, 100%.
Winston is
BWB.
Let's go ahead and dive off into some NBA. LeBron James revealed the logo for his new Space Jam movie. Do you guys think that LeBron James Space Jam can compete with Michael Jordan's Space Jam? Or, I mean, are we reaching here? Let me just go ahead and pull up this logo while you guys develop your takes.
Who's going?
Blake.
BWB.
Let me pull this up first.
Hold on, am I fucking that up? It is Blitz with Jake or with Blake, right?
Blitz with Blake.
Yep.
Okay, so BWB does suffice. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, don't confuse it with BBW though.
No. That's thick women that we all love.
Holy shit.
BWB.
Hell yeah.
So, Space Jam, A New Legacy. What are you thinking, bro?
How old was he when we were 22? You were like, have you ever seen the original Space Jam? Even?
Yeah, I've seen the original one.
Okay, he's a sports fan. Every sports
yeah, you're
fan
right. I'm
seen
sorry.
Space
right.
Jam. That's disrespectful.
Well, I am ignorant.
I don't know,
I'm Bogart. I'm Bogart, so it's like a disclaimer.
Just back
I
it
could
on
say
general.
ignorant shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
I love the Space Jam. First of all, I love the Space Jam.
Space Jam,
shoes,
A
too.
New Legacy
The
is
shoes?
actually what he's
Woo!
calling it. He's calling it Space Jam, A New Legacy.
I hope he wears the Space Jams in there.
He won't. He's gonna wear LeBron's. Duh.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so 90s it hurts, actually.
So that A New Legacy part hurts me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's another funny kids movie, I guess, right?
No.
New
No,
characters.
no.
This is a dig. This is a huge dig at the
What is
last
the new
hit.
audience? Where's the Disney character? Please tell me where this changed. 'Cause
This is there's no Disney. This is not Disney. That's the
This
thing.
WB, right?
Yeah, this is Warner Bros.
Yeah.
Oh, so you lost millions of viewers because that was like a 6-year-old movie with non-actors of like I know these athletes and I like these Disney characters. If you're taking that away,
Whoa,
you're gonna
Space
cut
Jam.
Shout out to Muggsy Bogues.
Sports. What are you saying right now, Jake?
Okay, Jake, I'm not. Jake is down not in this segment.
Warner Brothers, give me money.
Look, okay, look. since nobody wants to say anything about it, this is completely a reach. I don't like this at all. Space Jam should just be left up to Michael Jordan, hands
Thank
down.
you.
I don't care. LeBron, probably the most talented basketball player ever. I'll give him that. But who is the best basketball player ever? It is Michael Jordan. 6-0 in the finals, holds all the records, sat out for 3 seasons. Don't give me any of that. Oh, LeBron's this, LeBron's that. Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player ever. He will continue to be that until someone proves it otherwise. Clearly, I don't like it. I'm never going to like it. This is by far a reach by Hollywood. Maverick Carter, get out of here with that.
Maverick Carter, don't give me money.
Yeah, you definitely need some people who are producers, like in the general industry, then instead of trying to get into it to bring the money in.
Is LeBron producing
This is also
even?
the hat. This is also the
I think
hat.
he's producing
For
this.
sure.
That's LeBron. This is
For
also
sure.
the hat that LeBron
The logo is
premiered.
clean. The logo is very
It's
clean.
Oh, word,
early
for
90s,
sure.
yeah.
But then when you put a new legacy, that's when I'm like, oh no.
New legacy, like,
Don't get it twisted. Whenever somebody hears Space Jam, they're going to think Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
and the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The
greatest.
kicks,
Yeah.
see?
Like,
The greatest
the
Jordans-
most iconic shoe. like, ever.
Yes.
It's the most iconic
Fucking
shoe.
Jamaican horns for that one. The goddamn fucking most iconic. Continue. Don't mind me.
I mean, I think I have a pair of 11s in my closet right now. Hold on.
Bust them out. Bust them out. Bust them out.
Bust
It's
them out. We're
goddamn-
gonna go on to the next take. Bogart, how do you feel about this?
Listen, if Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny ain't in this motherfucker, hey, matter of fact, you know what?
Classic.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not watching it. I'm boycotting
These
it.
characters, I'm confused. What made that
Blake,
movie
how do you feel about it?
Maybe if they throw the Tiny Toons in it.
Wait, Blake, how do
If
you
they
feel
don't-
about it?
Oh, fuck the Tiny Toons. Fuck all that hashtag.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Boycott-
You're right.
Boycott
Fuck
it. I like as a guy that I was pretty young when Space Jam came out, but I watched it, and I will always attribute it, and I will always think of it connected to Michael Jordan. And I think it's just that ain't
You know what was cool about the
Logo's
Space
sweet,
Jam?
but that ain't it.
So,
Space Jam, the movie, the first one, what was cool was like it was all about like confidence and self-esteem, like that juice or what was it, the water bottle. Remember, it was really just regular water, and he had wrote some shit.
It was Mike's secret stuff.
Mike's secret stuff, and like it was really just what they had in them. So I love the message of it. Like everyone has it in them, right? And like if they bite that shit, I'm fucking gonna lose my
here's
shit,
my
dude.
confusion. The movie was targeted to.
Blake brought up a good point. Who's the comedian in this one? Who's the comedian?
Dave Chappelle.
There's okay. Look at
They can't do that not in today's society.
How tall was Muggsy Bogues? How tall was Muggsy Bogues?
5'3".
So
Right. So it's Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's gonna play him
I have 3 questions with this.
as the comedian. Even
Is it Maverick Carter agency in charge of this?
No, he's the one that negotiated the contract to get him in it. That's
So
all
what
that is.
modern characters are used to keep the kids interested? Because
It's gonna be athletes.
What modern characters? You
I
can't
think-
do that.
No,
It's
stop.
not Space Jam if you use modern characters.
Wait,
Look,
that's
no,
what I'm
he's
saying.
asking
You have
about
to-
the
you have to
athlete.
go
He's
with,
asking-
like Baby
he's-
Shark or something stupid.
No, they're going to use the Looney Tunes like they did before.
That's
It
weird,
says
'cause
Bugs
that's
Bunny
pop-
right on the
that's
logo
flop.
in the top right.
They're not near as popular
Yo,
as they
I'm
were.
gonna watch it just so I can criticize it because I had to as a podcaster, and that's my take.
Look,
It's
when is this coming out? Did they set a release date?
I think
We don't have a
2022.
release date.
Okay.
I think
I'll tell you right now,
2022
my
is
I thought
the
it was
expected year.
2020 as well.
and has never heard
2022. Yo, we'll let it be 2022. Get y'all shit together. Figure this out.
Yep.
And figure out a market way to make
Can we
Can
boo this? Can we boo it?
Yeah,
Bro,
Yes.
boo it
We
like
can.
Adele.
Fucking A, right? You can boo it.
My niece is
Pull it like
5
Adele.
and has never saw Looney Tunes. They're so old, no one knows them anymore. Like, you
Bro.
can't do
Jay,
Disney.
I don't know what you're trying to come for it right now. This is Space Jam, is basketball, is Michael Jordan. Leave it alone. I don't know why you're trying to come with my childhood like that. Okay?
Yeah, don't do it to
we
J-Lo.
got 2 more topics on the show. We got 2 more topics on the show.
And has not heard of Looney Tunes.
We got 2 more topics on the show. Let's go ahead and run it.
Let's rock. Let's rock.
Let's
Let's
get on
rock.
what we gotta do.
Can I boo it one more time?
You didn't even get permission. You
Them
just did it.
motherfuckers deserve it. The NBA is eyeing a return in some capacity.
I hate it.
One proposed idea: games be played in a mutual site like Disney World in Orlando Studios, Florida.
Hey.
All '90s babies understand why I did that.
Yep.
Place. Do you care if playoff basketball takes place in a mutual site without fans? Or, I mean, what's the take on this? LeBron clearly is not on this train, so what the fuck, fellas?
Because he's on WB, man.
Yeah, who do we start with?
Bogart.
Okay, listen.
Bogart,
LeBron
right.
doesn't like it because he's clearly on WB shit. You know what I mean? He's clearly on WB shit. He's like, fuck Disney. You know, even though, you know, I wanted to side note, Disney, give me money, right? But
Disney, give me money.
listen, when a motherfucker wins the Super Bowl and he's a goddamn MVP, what does he say? I'm going to Disney World, right? So it's like, this is their entry. We've never ever correlated NBA with, you know, Disney. And I know Florida is one of those places where they're like, you know, Florida's always in the conversation when it comes to like opening up some kind of event. You know what I mean? So I get it, but we're all like turning into straight fiends for anything where it's like, I don't care where they're playing. If they're playing in goddamn the alleyways in New York or fucking whatever the fuck, dog. In this case,
If the
Disney
championship
World.
is happening, we're good. We don't give
Yes. Boom. That's my side.
J Love, run it.
Run
This
the
point
question
can
by
burn
me.
really quick.
Yeah, run the question by me one more time. I was
It's,
debating.
it's playing in
yeah,
Disney.
Disney World. Yeah.
Orlando Studios, Florida.
I mean,
How you digging this shit?
honestly, I don't want the season to continue. I just want the playoffs to start right now as it is. I don't care. I don't see any of the playoff standings changing, maybe one or two spots here and there. You're pushing back and setting back a whole season. You're moving this into the future. What are you going to do next year when the season starts in December? You're going to have a 20-game season? No, you're not going to do that. So you're setting everything up for a cataclysmic event moving forward for the next 3 or 4 years.
Cataclysmic.
I don't
I
like
love that
it at all.
word.
It's literally ruining the future of the NBA. Don't do it. Just start the playoffs now. Set yourself back a couple months. It's gonna help.
Yeah,
Jake, run it.
playoffs. There's no
You've been
reason
mapping
why
it.
Raiders in ball. No one cares about it to start with. Why do you just extend it? Like just start the regular season, first round 5 games, second round 7, and from there play it out regular.
Just chop it off at whoever the fuck is at the top dogs right now and let it be. You did?
Okay, Mr. LA fan. Mr. I want LeBron to get MVP and get himself a ring. Okay,
Hey, I'm
you can
saying
show
it
your
as
bias
somebody who
there.
wants to see JJ
I mean,
in the playoffs, too.
LeBron's.
LeBron getting a
ring?
It's not his MVP.
It's the place to be.
Okay, so
Hey,
you,
remember he was wearing. Hold on, real quick. Remember with me. Remember that video? He was wearing the Hardaways.
He
Pac?
was wearing.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
All
The
right,
pennies-
and
Ooh.
in the Liver Diet LA video, Pac was wearing some Hardaways. I remember.
And I want to see
Look,
JJ
man.
make the playoffs too, because he's
Blake,
close.
hey yo,
But he
Blake,
won't do it. Just I don't care. They're out of the playoffs.
Blake, your take,
Pelicans are gone.
no, they are in the playoffs right now,
your
Jake.
Are
take.
they? Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
they're the 8th seed.
BWB.
Nah, I mean, I 100% agree with Jake. I mean, cut it off where it is and fucking call her a day.
Right.
Like, that's what I think.
Like I saw that they're pushing back the NBA draft till September.
They are.
Damn.
Are you kidding me? What is that? You're gonna run right in time with the NFL when your ratings are already down?
Well,
You're stupid.
supposedly the NFL is going to be like October-ish.
Hey, Morant.
It's already okay. Fine. That cool. That literally even hurts them even more, which means
Yeah,
they're going to
you're
run
right.
into February.
Right,
and maybe
it
March
literally
with the Super
is.
Bowl
Hey, yo,
there.
what Blake said, it's really about the Lakers winning, bro. As
The
long as
Lakers are not
win.
going to win. They're not beating the Clippers. You're tripping.
Yo, fuck you.
Oh, shots fired.
You're not going to beat the Clippers.
The Clippers are not fucking doing a goddamn
Yes.
thing,
Yeah,
bro.
okay.
This
so
has
I'm
got to
just
be a
going back
record.
The Lakers
Jay,
from California, bro.
Hey,
Let's
Jay,
get this the
this has
fuck
gotta be
straight.
a record.
We're not even doing this.
I I think it's the fourth time he's upset him.
So
This has gotta be a record.
this is when I'm going to refer back to the Kawhi Leonard clip when he checked into the finals in 2013 and LeBron said, "Oh no, he's scared."
Kawhi Leonard ain't doing shit against fucking no.
Oh yeah, he's
Bro,
gonna clamp
in
up
the
LeBron.
battle
That's
of
what
LA
he's
in
gonna
the playoffs, I don't give a fuck coronavirus quarantine. What the fuck?
Who's on your
Edwards,
bench?
period.
Okay,
is
hey,
going
hey,
on?
Jake.
There's
Hold
gonna
on.
be
Hold on.
dinosaurs walking
Can we get a Rumboyz combat real quick?
Outside of LeBron
Goddamn,
and
real
Anthony Davis,
Tyrannosaurus
he's doing
Rex
a thing.
outside.
Who
You know
wins
what?
in a
LeBron
fight?
James is still gonna fuck Kawhi Leonard up.
Who wins in a fight, LeBron or Kawhi?
LeBron.
No, motherfucker, LeBron James.
LeBron will win in a fight,
LeBron,
but still.
man, Kawhi
Yeah, he is a monster.
Outside
He is
of-
a monster.
On a
Yeah,
basketball
yeah.
court, outside of
I know. I
Anthony
just,
Davis
I
and
want
LeBron,
blood,
who is doing
guts,
a
and
thing?
glory.
No one.
Sure, man.
You go to the Clippers, Paul
Different weight
George,
classes.
Kawhi, Montrezl
J Love, you
Harrell.
That
did
is
it on
true. That is
purpose.
true.
You did it on purpose.
No, this all happens organically. That's why I love the universe.
Fucking Kawhi Leonard. Don't fucking mention Kawhi Leonard in the fucking West Coast. Not in the state of fucking California. I don't give a fuck if he's from California, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I went to San Diego State,
Yo.
but you know.
Hey, purple and gold around this mug, bro. Purple and gold.
Okay, so
Them
when you
motherfuckers
keep,
go,
okay, hey, look,
go
look,
get a
look,
stadium
look,
in
look.
goddamn
When you
Inglewood.
keep
They
losing-
don't
when
get a
you
stadium in
lose-
goddamn Inglewood. They gonna get a stadium in Carson City. They gonna get a stadium anywhere in goddamn. They ain't
when you
fucking
lose-
flying banners in goddamn Staples Center.
Hey, man.
When
Real
you
talk
lose,
here,
keep
though,
that same energy.
If you're gonna have this playoffs with no fans, you have 7 games in the same arena in the conference finals. Perfect.
We got one more topic. We got one more topic, bro.
They just sleep in the locker rooms. Never leave. You're in the same
Them
facility,
motherfuckers
playing
ain't never
Yeah.
getting a banner in Staples Center.
Let's go to the youngsters in basketball.
Fucking Clippers
Let's
to
go
banner
to
in
the
Staples
youngsters.
Center. Young ass motherfucker.
Let's go to the
Oh.
young college tykes in basketball.
mean, that's
I
what
love
you
Jordan Love. I want to give Jordan Love a hug right now.
We're in confinement, man. Just give him some elbows here.
I know, bows, throw them bows.
You know what? Let's go to
Is
What- yeah.
is college basketball on the decline? College basketball now allowing players to make money off their name and likeness in response to the NBA G League snatching up rising all-stars. We start with
and paying them.
yeah, and paying them.
I mean, I think, in my opinion, it can be construed in both ways, right? So, given what I studied in school, sport and rec management, I studied, the business side of athletics.
Damn, this guy's legit. I love it.
That's what I want to do.
BWB.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
he's
five
my
years.
guy. He's my
Credentials,
guy.
You're
man.
in 5 years. That's what I wanna do.
Credentials. Stun on him. Flex on him, BWB.
There's a lot of different ways to look at it. I think it's interesting. I've written papers on both sides of why college athletes should be paid and why they shouldn't be paid. My full belief is that college athletes should not be paid. I don't think NCAA basketball is on the decline, but I think they should keep payment out of college athletics, and I am a full proponent of it, and I am on a
But
huge
can they
different side.
afford it?
These colleges are fucking rich.
They can definitely afford it. I mean,
Not right now.
okay,
Yeah,
let me put it to you this way. So when I was in North Carolina, scouting for I lived in Fuquay Varina. No one knows me over there, but hey, when I was over there, I oversaw 65 different high schools in that area, scouting 18 different sports. I'm talking everything from water polo to fucking football, man. And that's what I scouted a division.
Water polo is legit gangster.
Dude, it's super funny. Like, there's a lot of different takes I got on it. I could talk about water polo for hours.
Yo, let this man rock though.
But I think one of the things that needs to be pointed out is that these colleges have a lot more money than people realize. I mean, to put it in perspective of Duke, I scouted 3 high schools in Durham. And if you watch like the 30 for 30, the Fantastic Lies, there's a comment in there that is said, I forgot who, it's a Duke professor, I believe. He says there's 2 different areas in Durham. There is Duke and there's Durham. And that is 100% a fact. I drove by Duke in Durham all the time to get to Durham high schools. Duke is a completely different area. There was a school shooting when I was in Durham. When I was scouting a high school basketball team, there was a school shooting. Like
And
things
this
like
is North
that.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
where I stay. So
Shout out to J Love.
Like it's one of those things
next year.
where the colleges have enough money, and I think you need to keep payment out of college athletics. And this is coming from a guy, I played college athletics. You know, I spent that time. I was one of those guys, you know, everyone always talks.
What?
You heard Richard.
Blake, we got this new G League setup. This new G League setup to where
And they're giving G's. They're giving guap.
they're dropping cats half
Guap.
mils.
Guap.
Like half mils to start off. I'm sorry, you tell me half a mil. What? I'm only going to college to play ball. If all that I have is that.
Not to mention,
Okay, I
he's
do
supposed
agree
to
with
get a
that.
7-figure shoe deal, Jalen Green.
I do agree with that. If like
J-Lo, I was
chase a
waiting on
fucking
you,
bag.
Yeah.
Chase a bag. And by all means, chase a bag, right? But, I mean, when it comes down to it, college basketball, that's what it's about. It's one and done at this point. It's the guys that are one and done that people focus on. And I think if you get offered that
But
opportunity.
these guys are, but we're not, but at this point, we're not even talking about guys that are going to be that. I mean, we're talking about LaMelo saying fuck NCAA because
Wait.
They're all sour, though.
Wait.
Those guys
He
are
didn't
sour.
say that. The NCAA said that to him. He didn't qualify for college basketball to begin with.
Okay, like you mentioned, Jalen Green, the
Jalen Green
Winslow
did.
kid, the
Jalen
Winslow
Green
kid.
did.
Then fucking chase a bag, by all means. Chase a
Yeah.
bag. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So my take is very similar. I don't think the NCAA should be paying college athletes because those funds made from those bigger sports are used to fund the other partial scholarships. Because most athletes in college don't get full scholarships because they just can't afford it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And also, the sponsorships for the players that deserve it should get that money. I don't think the backup linebacker at Clemson deserves a cent of what Trevor Lawrence brought to Clemson. Or whatever star from college or Zion brought to Duke. I don't want the backup shooting guard to get a cent that Zion has brought to Duke. If people want to give Zion money, he deserves it. Do not give a cent of that to him.
God, it's going to create so much
Look.
politics.
Exactly. And how do you if you're going to pay a college athlete from the NCAA, just don't do it because the kickers get this much. The star quarterback gets this much. You have to have salary.
Parameters
by
then,
position.
right? Like
Does
parameters.
not work.
Dude,
And I loved college basketball when it wasn't actually a one and done thing. I could not stand the one and done. I did not love Kevin Durant at Texas. It was boring. He knew he was leaving. I liked the stars like Kirk Heinrich. I love Scotty Reynolds. I love Terrence Williams from Louisville.
Give them
Those are
money.
the guys I
Give them
watched. I like
money.
Tyler Hansbrough. I like Ty Lawson staying 3 years. So I think those guys will make me watch it again more because I want to see 3-year college
So-
guys.
Because they were
They're
draws. There were draws,
They're
too.
Exactly.
so is
Yeah.
it fair to say? Can we just pay players off their likeness in NCAA and just not do this whole G League thing that the G League is trying to do?
I think
With
So
paying these
it
guys-
allows them to make their own money.
The G League is doing this out of spite.
Yeah, I
No,
think it's
I
high school to pro. G League's the best option right now if you can't go high school to pro. And I think 3-year college players, I love watching guys play 3 years in college and become a big name at that college. I think I'd watch a 3-year college star develop, and I think I'd watch a G League if I have to. Ideally, I want to see 18 years old to the NBA, and I want to see 3-year.
Yeah,
college
let's
guys
throw it back, right?
build a legacy in college.
Let's throw it back.
Don't take away a scholarship from a college kid who could play 3 years, 4 years, because a one and done player might play there for 1 semester.
I got like a 2-second take. Listen, college players, this is what they're saying. Give me money! That's it. That's all I got.
Look, the whole
There we go.
thing around sports, whether it be basketball, football, baseball, any sport, players want to get the most money they can. Organizations want to give them the least
You
amount of money
mean,
they can.
give me money!
That's what it is. That is the politics of sports. That's what it is. I'm gonna agree with you. I don't think college athletes should be paid, just because of everything that comes with paying them. You have to figure out how should they be paid. Should there be a scale? Where do I create enough money to fund them and fund everything else I was funding beforehand? Not to mention that at that point, because they're getting paid to play it, they are now considered professional athletes. And I guarantee you, if you look at them as professionals, they are not. They are amateur athletes.
Amateur
That's what they are.
athletes at best.
Most of the there is a select few.
I know TBL motherfuckers that could beat out a lot of those college kids.
Exactly. And they are paid to be professional athletes. That's what G League players are. They're
TBL
professional athletes.
They're paid as professional athletes.
There's a select few, and I mean, there's literally only 60 players drafted every year, and at
In all
that
sports,
point,
by the way, they can make money in college. I think.
look,
Maybe 60.
there's 60 athletes that get drafted in the NBA every year after they get out of college, and most of them are one and done. Some of them are 2, 3, 4 years. There's only a select few. There's only going to be 15 roster spots on this G League team each year for athletes to come straight out of high school and come to the G League. That's it. It's only one team. It's 15 players. That's
They're
it.
legit taking
It's
them straight
only
out of
going
high
to be
school.
top 20 recruits. That's going to be it. College basketball is not dying. It is completely alive just because of all those other people, and they're going to still keep it competitive because you're taking away these powerhouses that are there. There's not going to be the Zions, the Jalen Greens, the Kevin Durant's, the Carmelo Anthony's. There's not going to be them. They're not going to be in their college. Is going to go back to that 2, 3, 4 years in college. They're going to sit. They're going to make records. They're going to make college basketball more entertaining than what it was. They should not get paid. Is how it's going to go. And if you think you are good enough to get paid and you're not going to make that G League team, go off and pull a LaMelo. Go play in Australia. Go play for the Illawarra Hawks that he just bought.
Australian for basketball.
Go play professionally overseas if you think you're good enough and you don't get one of those spots on that G League team. There are multiple options. College basketball is going to live, and the NCAA is just going to keep that stature of a literal monopoly.
And amen with that. No, you're
hella
correct.
fucking politics.
I'm not even gonna begin to deny that. Jeremy,
You got mad hiccups. I love it.
I know, bro. I did.
I did earlier. I had to drink a beer. I had hiccups too.
Bro, I held my breath like a motherfucker just then during Jalen's second take.
I love you. I love you for that. We're one and the same.
Yeah, it happened. Tonight's been a long show, but we all put in our takes. And we put in our takes also very important topics. Guys, I do want to be completely candid with everyone out there that is in listening land, that is in viewer land. Listen, the future, it's not that far away. I know that we are on day 52 of no sport, or I'm sorry, day 51. I remember
quarantine or no sports.
Well, in 3 minutes it'll be day 52.
Yeah, I mean in 3 minutes it'll be day 52 of no sports.
Wow.
We're pretty much day 52, no sport.
Wow. I don't even know what day or time it is for real.
I know.
It is 11:58 of May 1st.
But listen,
Okay,
we are all in this together.
Shit! I gotta pay rent. I got the money though. I got him. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Robbie.
We know. Don't do it. Just stay there.
I'm sorry.
I know.
That's all I got though.
We deeply love and appreciate all the first responders, the essential workers out there. We are trying to provide a service so that you guys can, while you're on your shifts, listen to us and enjoy us and check us out. Hopefully help you pass by your time where you're sitting there, at that front desk answering phones or waiting on patients or, whatever the case may be. I mean, maybe you're on your way home from the hospital and you're just now catching a piece of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Look,
bro, we love all y'all, man.
Yeah, we love everyone out there, and we appreciate you guys for keeping us safe and allowing us to be able to do our jobs. At the end of the day, this is a job for us. We're out here. We're trying to get it up close as personal with stories for you guys. We're researching. We're in depth. As much as we can be in the news without us having our media passes on us, we're in the trenches. And
I love that.
The whole staff, I can speak on the whole staff, that they wish that they could be out there more, seizing the opportunities that they could have. But one day the world's going to be normal again, and one day we're all going to get back to it, and it's going to be something better. And all of our brands, all of our companies are going to be up close, intimate, and personal with the stories that you guys want us to be with for you guys. Because
everybody just stay in place. Let's just more important, like perspective wise, and what's more important, for everyone's safety and to save lives, everyone just stay in place.
Yeah.
Everyone just stay in court. And then selfishly, so we can get our goddamn football. You know what I mean? I wanted to preface that. I wanted to say, because more importantly, you know what I'm saying?
We get our football.
But to prioritize this for our lives and everyone's safety and everyone's well-being, let's all just, stay away from each other and follow, abide the rules because they are ever changing, but selfishly, so we can get our football.
Yeah, no, I mean, we love, we appreciate y'all. We get it. We joke, we laugh, have fun on this podcast. And when we all come together, we bring different brands together to have fun and bring their audience some laughter throughout this whole pain and everything. So,
can I say another ignorant thing?
Oh, fuck.
Quarantine, give me money!
Quarantine, give me money!
Quarantine, give me money!
But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate you for joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit my cheers to me, cheers to you. All Rum Boys and Girls, what to do. You can find me at Rumboyz, ZNET is where you can find me. I'm gonna now pass it to Blake. Blake, shout it out, tell people where they can find you, so I can pass it off to the rest of the crew. Go.
Hell yeah! So you can find me by searching TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Blitz with Blake, Twitter. You just Blitz Wit, WIT without the H, Blake. And real quick before we pass it on, I do want to say, similar to what Robbie said. I was even texting Robbie today throughout the day, and I was telling him that it sucks. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that I got to go back to my everyday job. I've really enjoyed a lot of the stuff that I've been able to do. I've gotten closer with my fan base throughout this whole thing, and
quarantine give you money, exactly.
Yeah.
and I'm just really happy that I could help everyone out, and I appreciate you allowing me to come on, Robbie. Can't thank you enough, man.
No worries, brother, man. We're here to just help everyone in these hard times and in this industry, man. Before we pass off to Jake, I want to make sure that everyone knows we're about to announce some opening spots in our fan leagues and in our podcast league. So everyone be on the lookout for that. Jake, talk your shit. And stroke your beard while you talk your shit.
What?
Stroke your beard while you talk your shit.
I'm gonna do that too. Fuck it.
I can curl it up a little bit. There we go.
He said beard, my guy, not mustache.
He got the mustache.
Do the mustache. Do the mustache.
You can do that too. Yeah, tomorrow night I'll have an article ready to be submitted on how Conor McGregor might get his fight with Khabib due to the schedule because Tony decided to stay busy with Gaethje. So this might hurt his fight with Khabib later. So we might never see Khabib Tony. So have fun with that one, thinking that this fight could cost us the fight we all wanted to see for 5.
And really quick, I mean, before you sign off, I mean, just 2 questions, honestly. First question, of course, where can people find you on Twitter? And the second question is, are you going to be calling the fight on May 9th for Fight Island?
I mean, what do we usually do on fight nights, right? We get a nice reaction crew together and have some fun. The first event in 35 days?
Bro, Jake has to.
So Jake, you're head of the fight department. Are you and you get to call the shots? Are we obligated to work?
Hold on, let's make some noise, right? We got some fights. Let's make some. Come on,
Jake.
Let's make some noise for Jake.
I'm so excited for a moment. Are we obligated to work?
Yes, you are, Robbie.
You hear the grandfather clock?
We, as a family, are we?
Are there
Yeah.
fans on?
All hands on deck?
Yes. Is there a sporting event on for the first time in months?
Nope.
What happened? Am I
Been all
froze?
hands on deck. Jake calls all hands on deck.
All hands on deck, man. Let's go.
May 9th, we will see you guys.
And
Rumboyz
guess what?
Combat
It's
Division
something
takes
called
over.
live sports. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's been a few months since we've had that, but it might be happening.
May 9th, ladies and gentlemen, Rumboyz Combat takes over the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We look forward to it. Jake will be leading that event. He's going to have some articles coming for you guys in the coming days leading up to it. Look out for it. Who knew that the combat division was going to be opening up in such a prominent moment? So that's beautiful. Oh, Bogart dropped off. Oh, shit.
His Wi-Fi did not make it.
His California does not do that, honestly. J-Love.
Yeah.
Plug.
Find me rumboyz.com. Got some articles there. Doing my draft grades. I'm going to be ranking every single draft from order to best to worst. More so, actually, probably worst to best. I want to build up that anticipation. And then follow me, Rumboyz J-Love on Twitter. That's it.
Hell yeah. And you guys know where you can find me at Rumboyz, spelled Z-N-E-T, at any given time, 24/7. You guys can also hit us up in the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat. Definitely join our Discord for 24/7 access around the clock to any and all of our analysts. We are going to have something coming forward to you guys later in the future for more exclusive content, more oriented into around to how you can win money, working with the Rumboyz, fuck with the Rumboyz, picking your favorite Rumboyz and the list. I want to go ahead and just preemptively shout out to Fantasy Go right off the break. But with that said, with that being stated, rumboyz.com is where you can definitely check out all the hottest analysts, all the hottest podcasts that are a part of our whole label, that are part of our whole stable. We let the horses out. And yo, we attacking the angels like Gabriel. You dig? That was just sick off the line. But no, for real, I appreciate Blake, Bliss with Blake for joining us, holding down for his label, holding down for his crew. He's getting his own thing started. And we, once again, for my team, we couldn't be what we are without the writers. So,
Hey, bro, I just got to say real quick before we sign her off completely. Once again, appreciate y'all for letting me come on. I cannot thank you enough. Everyone, if you're listening and you follow me, go ahead and follow Hot Take Cold Turkey. There's some guys that are along with my sports network, a couple of real interesting dudes, and they got some crazy ass takes. I'm just gonna drop one on y'all before we sign out. I want y'all to hear this out. One of these guys thinks the Chargers paid the Rams to switch their logo to something shitty, just so people would be Chargers fans.
Oh yeah, so Chargers can finally get a fan base going. I saw that. I don't know that. There's a couple people that believe that actually. That's not just him.
Yeah, they got some crazy ass opinions.
And
There are a couple
those
dudes.
Rams fans too, man. There's not many of those either.
well, with
True
that
that.
being said, and with that being stated, oh shit, wait. Oh, we're going to end this actually with me being on the clock in my dynasty draft. Hold on. Oh, I love when I can just keep eating and feasting on motherfuckers really quick. So I'm up. I already got my Mark Andrews at tight end. Bro, what? I'm gonna just pick my dynasty quarterback at this point.
It's like Drew Lock.
Drew Lock is already gone.
Mm.
I know it fucked up my whole mission.
Who else is there at quarterback?
Oh, I'm gonna just fucking wait and go like dumb late, like Haskins or some shit, bro. Like, or either like Justin Herbert. Like, I might even just pick Justin Herbert right now over Rodgers. Like, no, I'll just go Rodgers. Fuck it. I'll just stack my quarterbacks back to back really quick. There you go. I'll just go Rodgers. Nothing big happened. Nothing major happened. Anyways,
on that.
what?
I said it on that note.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, hey, yo, I appreciate and I love every single one of you. I especially appreciate the staff. I appreciate our special guests. Y'all fellas really do this.
Yeah.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rome boys and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly.
Dilly.
Rumboyz.com, motherfucker.
And we out.
Ah!